Asking about after-school activities.
Hey, are you doing any after-school activities this year?
Yeah, I'm still on the debate team. What about you?
I'm thinking of joining the drama club. I've always wanted to try acting.
That sounds fun. They're putting on a play next semester.
Really? What play is it?
I think it's Romeo and Juliet. They're holding auditions next week.
Oh, wow. Maybe I'll try out. Thanks for letting me know.
Asking for help with homework. Hey, can you help me with this physics problem? I'm totally stuck.
Let me see. What part are you having trouble with?
I don't even know where to start. I think I'm missing a key formula.
Okay, remember that equation we learned about kinetic energy?
Oh yeah, I think I remember it now. Let me try using that.
Okay, let me know if you still get stuck.
Thanks, I really appreciate it.
Borrowing notes from a missed class.
Hey, I missed math class yesterday. Could I borrow your notes?
Sure, no problem. Here you go.
Thanks so much. What did Mr. Davis cover?
We started on quadratic equations. It's pretty tough.
Ugh, those are always a pain. Did he give us any homework?
Yeah, a worksheet. It's on the back of the notes.
Great, thanks again. I owe you one.
Choosing a lunch spot.
Where should we go for lunch today?
I'm in the mood for pizza. How about that new place, Tony's?
I heard it's pretty good, but it's also really crowded.
True. We could go to the deli instead. They have great sandwiches.
That sounds good to me. It's closer too.
Okay, deli it is. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Complaining about a difficult test.
That chemistry test was brutal.
I know. I totally bombed it. I didn't understand half the questions.
Me neither. I studied for hours, but it didn't seem to help.
I think Mr. Thompson made it way harder than it needed to be.
Definitely. I hope he curves the grades.
Me too. Otherwise, I'm going to fail the class.
Well, misery loves company, I guess.
Discussing a book for English class.
What did you think of the ending of The Great Gatsby? I thought it was really tragic, but also kind of inevitable. Yeah, I agree. Do you think Gatsby ever really understood Daisy? I think he understood the idea of Daisy, but not who she actually was. That's a good point. He was chasing a dream, not a person. Exactly. And she was too shallow to ever truly appreciate him. So what grade are you hoping for on the essay? Hopefully an A. I think I have some good points to make.
Discussing college applications. Have you started working on your college applications yet?
Yeah, I've been working on my essays. It's so stressful.
I know, right? What schools are you applying to?
I'm thinking of applying to State University and a few smaller liberal arts colleges.
Cool. I'm aiming for some of the Ivy League schools, but I'm also applying to some backups.
Good idea. It's so competitive these days.
Tell me about it. Good luck with your applications.
Thanks. You too. Discussing weekend plans.
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to a concert with some friends on Saturday night.
Cool. Who are you seeing?
It's a local band called The Static Waves. Have you heard of them?
I don't think so. What kind of music do they play?
They're kind of alternative rock. You might like them.
Sounds interesting. Maybe I'll check them out online.
You should. What about you? Any big plans?
Explaining a confusing assignment.
Hey, are you also confused about this history assignment?
Totally. I have no idea what Ms. Johnson wants us to do with the primary sources.
I think she wants us to analyze them, and then write a short essay comparing and contrasting the perspectives.
Analyze them how? I don't even know where to start.
Well, look for things like bias, author's intent, and what they tell us about the time period.
Okay, bias makes sense. Thanks for the explanation. That helps a lot.
No problem. We can work on it together if you want.
That would be awesome.
Planning a group project.
Okay, so how should we divide up the work for our presentation?
I'm good at research, so I can handle that part.
Perfect. I can put together the slides and the visual aids.
Sounds good. Who wants to present?
I'm happy to do half of it if you're okay with the other half.
Deal. Let's meet up again on Thursday to put it all together.
Sounds like a plan.
Comparing notes on a science experiment.
Hey, did you finish writing up the lab report for the conductivity experiment?
Almost. I'm stuck on the conclusion. What did you write about the results?
I said that metals were generally good conductors, but the nonmetals weren't, as expected. Did you get similar results?
Yeah, pretty much. But the graphite pencil lead was surprisingly conductive. Did you mention that?
Oh, good point. I forgot to include that. Thanks for reminding me.
No problem. Did you figure out why the salt water conducted electricity?
I wrote that it was because of the ions in the water, allowing the charge to flow. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's what I put too. I think we're on the right track.
Discussing a recent school play performance. Did you see the school play last night?
Yeah, I did. It was so much better than I expected. What did you think?
I was really impressed. Sarah as Juliet was amazing. She really nailed the emotional scenes.
Totally agree. And Ben as Romeo was surprisingly good too. He's usually so quiet.
The costumes were fantastic as well. Someone put a lot of work into those.
Definitely. The set design was also really well done. It really transported you to Verona.
Yeah, the whole production was top-notch. I'm glad I went.
Me too. It was a great way to spend the evening. Discussing the difficulty of a history project.
Ugh, this history project is killing me. I have no idea where to even start. Tell me about it. I'm so overwhelmed. Choosing a topic was hard enough. Now I have to research everything. I know. I picked the Industrial Revolution thinking it would be easy, but there's just so much information. I went with the French Revolution. It's interesting, but finding reliable sources is a nightmare. Maybe we could help each other brainstorm? 2 heads are better than 1, right? That's a great idea. Maybe we can meet up at the library after school tomorrow? Sounds perfect. I'll bring some snacks.
Discussing the school's new cell phone policy.
What do you think about this new cell phone policy? No phones during class, even in your backpack?
I'm not a fan. I understand wanting us to focus, but what if there's an emergency?
That's what I was thinking. My mom sometimes needs to reach me after school.
Exactly. And honestly, I sometimes use my phone to look up definitions quickly during class when the teacher isn't looking.
Yeah, that's helpful. I think it's a bit too strict. Maybe we should talk to someone about it.
I'm in. Maybe if enough of us express our concerns, they'll reconsider.
Good idea. Let's see who else feels the same way.
Discussing the upcoming school carnival.
Are you going to the school carnival this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. I heard they're having a dunk tank this year.
Really? That sounds fun. I'm hoping they have good food.
Me too. I am always up for some carnival food. What are you most looking forward to?
Probably the games. I'm determined to win a giant stuffed animal this year.
Good luck with that. I'm terrible at carnival games. I usually just end up losing all my money.
Haha. Well, maybe I can share my winnings with you.
Deal. Let's meet up there around noon.
Expressing frustration with the school's internet.
This school internet is unbelievably slow today. Tell me about it. I can barely load a single web page for my research project. It's always bad, but today it's especially terrible. I can't even submit my assignment online. I know. It's so frustrating, especially when you're on a deadline. Maybe we should complain to the IT department? This is ridiculous. Definitely. The more people who complain, the more likely they are to fix it. Let's go after class. Maybe they can do something about it.
Planning for the school talent show.
Are you thinking of auditioning for the talent show this year?
I'm considering it. I can play the guitar, but I'm not sure if I'm good enough.
You're really good. You should definitely try out. What song were you thinking of playing?
Maybe something by Ed Sheeran. What about you? Are you going to perform?
I was thinking of doing a magic act, but I need to practice a lot more.
That would be awesome. We could practice together sometime if you want.
That would be great. Maybe we can meet up after school on Thursday?
Sharing a funny classroom mishap. Did you see what happened in math class today?
No, what happened? I was trying to finish my worksheet.
Mr. Henderson was explaining a problem, and he accidentally knocked over his coffee all over his notes.
Oh no. Was he okay?
Yeah, he was fine, but his notes were completely soaked. He had to wing the rest of the lesson.
Oh man, that's so embarrassing for him. But also, kind of funny.
Yeah, everyone was trying not to laugh. It was a classic moment.
Sharing excitement about a field trip.
Are you excited about the field trip to the Science Museum next week?
Totally. I've always wanted to go there. I heard they have a new exhibit on dinosaurs.
Really? That's awesome. I'm mostly looking forward to the planetarium show.
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be amazing. Did you sign up for the lunch option, or are you bringing your own?
I'm bringing my own. I heard the cafeteria food there isn't great.
Good call. I think I'll do the same. I can't wait to see all the cool exhibits.
Me neither. It's going to be a fun day.
Sharing summer reading recommendations.
Hey, did you read anything good over the summer for fun, not just required reading?
Yeah, I actually found this amazing fantasy series. Have you heard of The Obsidian Tower?
No, I haven't. What's it about?
It's about a girl who discovers she has magical powers and gets pulled into a secret world. Super engaging.
Sounds interesting. I read a historical fiction novel about World War II. It was pretty heavy, but really well written.
Ooh, what was it called? I'm always looking for good historical fiction.
It's called Beneath a Scarlet Sky. Definitely recommend it if you're into that genre.
Thanks, I'll check it out. Maybe we can swap books sometime?
Dealing with loud classmates. Is it just me? Or are Mark and Sarah being extra loud today?
No, it's not just you. They're always disruptive.
It's so hard to concentrate when they're constantly talking.
I know. I wish the teacher would say something.
Maybe we should say something to them directly.
I'm a little nervous too. They might get defensive.
True. Maybe we can politely ask them to keep it down?
Okay, let's try that. If it doesn't work, we'll tell the teacher.
Debating the class pet.
So I heard Mr. Henderson is thinking about getting a class pet.
Really? That's cool. What kind of pet?
He mentioned a hamster. Or maybe a fish tank.
A hamster would be fun, but who's going to clean the cage?
That's what I was thinking. A fish tank might be easier to maintain.
True, but fish are kind of boring to watch. A hamster is more interactive.
Maybe we should suggest a low-maintenance reptile, like a gecko.
Now that's an interesting idea. Let's bring it up to Mr. Henderson.
Discussing a controversial book. What did you think of that book we had to read for English?
Honestly, I found it pretty disturbing in some parts.
Me too. Some of the themes were really heavy.
I understand it's supposed to be thought-provoking, but it was a bit much.
I agree. I think the author went too far with some of the violence.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan, but I guess it made for a good discussion in class.
True. At least we had something to talk about.
Excitement for the school play.
Are you going to try out for the school play?
I'm thinking about it. Are you?
Definitely. I've always wanted to be on stage.
What part are you hoping for?
Honestly, anything. Even a small role would be amazing.
I'm a little nervous about singing in front of everyone.
Just practice a lot. We can even practice together if you want.
That would be great. Thanks. Lost cell phone panic.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, I can't find my phone.
Calm down. Where did you have it last?
I think I had it in my pocket during lunch.
Okay, let's retrace your steps. Did you check the cafeteria?
Not yet, I'm so worried someone stole it.
Let's go check the lost and found too. It might be there.
Okay, let's go, I'm freaking out. Missing supplies. I'm completely out of tape. Did you bring any extra, B?
Tape? I think I might have a roll in my bag. Let me check.
That would be amazing. I need it to finish this poster for history.
Here you go. It's almost empty, but it should be enough to get you through.
Perfect, you're a lifesaver. I owe you one.
No problem. Glad I could help. Just remember to return the dispenser.
Of course, thanks again. Surviving a long lecture.
This lecture is never going to end, is it?
I know, I'm starting to lose focus. My back is killing me.
I wish I had brought a snack. I'm starving.
Me too. I'm trying to take notes, but I can barely keep my eyes open.
Just 10 more minutes. We can do this.
Easy for you to say. You are sitting next to the window.
Sorry, I was lucky this time.
I'll get the window seat next time.
The mystery of the missing homework.
I swear I finished my math homework, but I can't find it anywhere.
Did you check your locker and your backpack?
Everywhere. I even looked under my bed. It's like it vanished.
Maybe you accidentally turned it in already.
No, I remember planning to give it to Mr. Jones today.
That's so weird. Maybe you left it at home?
I guess I'll have to email Mr. Jones and explain. This is so frustrating.
The teacher's pet.
Do you think Emily is Mr. Thompson's favorite?
Totally. He always calls on her, even when others have their hands up.
And he always praises her answers, even when they're not that great.
It's kind of annoying, to be honest.
I know, right? It makes it feel like the rest of us don't matter.
Maybe she just studies really hard.
Maybe, but it still feels unfair sometimes.
Understanding a teacher's humor.
Did you understand Mr. Davies's joke in class today?
Honestly, no. I think it was about some historical figure, but I didn't get it.
Me neither. His humor is so specific sometimes.
Yeah, it's like you need a degree in history to understand his jokes.
I think he does it on purpose, to see who's paying attention.
Maybe. Or maybe he just thinks he's funnier than he actually is.
Either way, I usually just nod and pretend I get it.
Same here. It's the safest option.
Dealing with distractions.
This class is impossible to focus in. Everyone's always talking.
I know, right? It's so frustrating when you're trying to learn.
I try to block it out, but it's hard.
Maybe we should ask Mr. Jones to move us to the front of the class?
That's a good idea. Closer to the teacher might help.
Or we could try wearing headphones, even if we don't listen to music.
Worth a shot. Anything to get some peace and quiet.
Let's talk to Mr. Jones after class, then.
Debating historical accuracy. Did you catch what Mr. Harrison said about the American Revolution?
Yeah, something about it not being entirely about freedom?
Exactly. I thought it was all about liberty and fighting tyranny.
Well, he mentioned economic factors and the interests of the wealthy landowners, too.
So it's more complicated than just good versus evil?
History usually is. There are always multiple perspectives.
That's kind of disappointing. I liked the simple version.
I know, but it's more interesting when you dig deeper, don't you think?
Discussing current events.
Did you hear about the new climate change report?
Yeah, it's pretty alarming. Makes you wonder what the future holds.
It's scary. I feel like we should be doing more to help.
I agree. Maybe we could start a recycling initiative at school?
That's a great idea. We could talk to the student council about it.
Definitely. Every little bit helps, right?
Exactly. We should also research what other schools are doing.
Discussing lab safety. Did you see Sarah nearly knock over that beaker of acid?
Yeah, she was lucky Mr. Chen was watching. Lab safety is no joke.
I always feel a bit nervous in the lab, especially with all the chemicals.
Me too. I triple check everything before I start an experiment.
Good idea. I should probably be more careful. I always forget to wear my goggles.
Goggles are essential. You don't want to risk your eyesight.
True, I'll make sure to remember them next time. Thanks for the reminder.
Interpreting poetry. Did you understand that poem Mrs. Davison read? I'm totally lost.
A little. I think it's about feeling trapped, but I'm not sure.
Trapped? Where did you get that from?
The imagery, like caged bird and walls closing in, it's all symbolic.
Oh, I see. So it's not literally about a bird in a cage?
Probably not. Poetry's usually deeper than that. What did you think it was about?
Honestly, I thought it was about an actual bird. I need to pay more attention to the symbolism.
Maybe we can look at some online analysis later. It might help. Navigating school clubs.
Are you thinking of joining any clubs this year?
I'm considering the debate club. What about you?
Maybe the photography club. I've always wanted to learn more about it.
That sounds cool. I heard they take some amazing field trips.
Really? Where to?
Last year they went to a national park. I think it was Yosemite.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm definitely joining now. Preparing for a presentation. I'm so nervous about my history presentation next week.
Don't worry, you'll do great. Have you started working on it?
I've done some research, but I'm not sure how to organize it.
Try creating an outline first. That always helps me.
Good idea. And maybe practice in front of a mirror?
Definitely. Practice makes perfect. And remember to breathe.
Thanks. I appreciate the advice. I feel a little better now. Team sports tryouts. Are you trying out for the basketball team this year?
Yeah, I am. I've been practicing all summer. Are you?
I was thinking about it, but I'm not sure I'm good enough.
Don't sell yourself short. You're a great player. Just give it a shot.
I'm worried about the competition. Everyone's so talented.
Just focus on doing your best. That's all that matters. And have fun.
Okay, you've convinced me. I'll try out. Thanks for the encouragement. The school play drama.
Have you heard about the drama with the school play?
No, what happened?
Apparently, the lead actress quit.
No way! Why?
I heard she and the director had a huge fight.
That's crazy. Who's gonna replace her?
They're holding auditions again tomorrow. It's going to be chaos. Understanding complex equations. I am so lost in Mrs. Lee's calculus class. These equations are insane.
Tell me about it. I spent hours on that last problem set.
I don't even know where to start. Can you explain that derivative rule again?
Okay, so basically you're finding the rate of change. Think of it like the slope of a line at a specific point.
Slope? Okay, I remember that from algebra.
Yeah, but it's a asterisk tiny star slope, infinitesimally small. That's the calculus part.
Infinitesimally small. My brain hurts.
Classroom pet peeves.
What's your biggest pet peeve in this class?
Definitely when people chew gum loudly. It's so distracting.
Oh yeah, that's annoying. Mine is when people ask questions that were already answered.
Ah, I know. It's like they weren't even listening.
Exactly, it wastes everyone's time.
Well, at least we can complain about it together.
True, misery loves company, right?
Decoding teacher jargon.
Did you understand what Ms. Davies meant when she said holistic approach?
Not really. It sounded important, though.
I think it means looking at the big picture instead of just the details.
Oh, like connecting different concepts?
Exactly. She wants us to see how everything relates.
That makes more sense. Thanks for explaining.
No problem. We're in this together.
Discussing a teacher's absence.
Did you hear why Mr. Johnson is absent today?
No, I didn't. Is he sick?
Someone said he had a family emergency.
Oh, that's too bad. I hope everything's okay.
Me too. I wonder who's going to cover his class.
Hopefully, it's someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, last time we had a substitute, it was chaos.
Let's hope for the best.
Excitement for school sports.
Are you going to the football game on Friday?
Definitely. I wouldn't miss it. Are you?
Of course. I'm so excited. I heard they're playing our rival school.
Yeah, it's going to be intense. I hope we win.
Me too. We need to show them who's boss.
Let's get there early to get good seats.
Sounds like a plan. See you there. Forgotten homework excuse. Oh no, I forgot my math homework at home. Again.
Seriously? What are you going to tell Mr. Harrison this time?
I don't know. Last time I said my dog ate it, but that's getting old.
Maybe try the classic, my printer ran out of ink?
That could work. Or maybe a power outage?
Just try to make it believable. He's getting suspicious.
Okay, power outage it is. Wish me luck.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Interpreting test scores.
I got a C on the history test. I thought I did better.
Me too. I studied for hours and still got a B-.
Maybe we misunderstood something? What did you focus on?
I focused on the dates and key events. What about you?
I focused more on the causes and effects. Maybe we should have balanced it.
Yeah, that's probably it. Let's study together next time.
Definitely. That's a good plan.
Navigating the seating chart. I'm stuck next to Mark again. He never stops talking.
Tell me about it. I'm near Sarah, and she hums constantly.
We should try to switch with someone.
Who do you think would trade?
Maybe Emily. She seems pretty chill.
Worth a shot. I'll ask her after class.
Fingers crossed.
The great pencil shortage.
Hey, do you have a pencil I can borrow? Mine just broke. I'm down to my last one. Everyone keeps asking. I know, it's like there's a pencil black market happening. Maybe we should ask the teacher if she has any extras. Good idea. I'll go ask. Let me know if she has any. I might need one soon too. Will do!
The mystery of the missing eraser.
Has anyone seen my eraser? It was just here a minute ago.
Nope, haven't seen it. Maybe it rolled off your desk?
I checked everywhere. It's like it vanished into thin air.
Maybe someone accidentally took it? It happens.
I guess so. It's just annoying. Now I have to use my hand.
I have an extra one, you can borrow it.
Really? Thanks so much.
The pros and cons of group work.
Are you excited about the group project in science?
Not really. I always end up doing most of the work.
I know what you mean. It's good to share the workload, though.
True, but it's also hard to coordinate schedules and ideas.
Yeah, communication is key. We need to make sure everyone contributes.
Hopefully we get assigned to a good group this time.
Fingers crossed. Maybe we can even choose our own groups?
Commenting on a teacher's teaching style. I really like how Mr. Evans teaches English. He makes it so interesting.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I like how he uses real-world examples to explain things.
And he's always so enthusiastic about the subject. It makes me want to learn more.
Definitely. He's way better than Miss Thompson. I can never stay awake in her class.
I know, right? She just drones on and on. It's so boring.
I wish all teachers were like Mr. Evans. School would be so much more enjoyable.
Me too. He actually makes me look forward to going to English class. Dealing with a difficult lab partner.
Ugh, I'm so frustrated with my lab partner, Sarah.
What's wrong? Is she not pulling her weight?
Exactly. I'm doing all the work, and she's just chatting with her friends.
That's not fair. Have you tried talking to her about it?
Yeah, but she just brushes it off. She says she'll help later, but she never does.
Maybe you should talk to the teacher. It's not fair for you to do all the work and her get the same grade.
You're right. I think I will. Thanks for the advice.
Discussing a school-wide announcement.
Did you hear the announcement about the new dress code policy?
Yeah, what do you think about it? I'm not sure I like it.
I don't either. I think it's too restrictive. No more ripped jeans? Seriously?
I know, and no hats. That's going to be annoying in the winter.
I wonder why they're making these changes. Did something happen?
I heard some kids were wearing inappropriate clothing, but I don't think everyone should be punished for that.
Exactly. Maybe we should try to talk to the principal about it.
That's a good idea. Let's see if we can get some other students on board.
Discussing the difficulty of a specific homework assignment. Is anyone else completely lost on this physics homework?
You're not alone. I've been staring at these problems for hours and I still don't get it.
I think I understand the concepts, but applying them to these specific problems is killing me.
Maybe we should try to work on it together. 2 heads are better than 1, right?
Definitely. Are you free after school tomorrow?
Yeah, I am. We could meet at the library or something.
Perfect. Let's aim for 3 o'clock.
Sounds good. Hopefully we can crack this code together. Expressing disagreement with a classroom rule.
I don't understand why we can't use our phones in class, even during breaks.
I know, it's so annoying. What if we have an emergency?
Exactly. Or what if we just want to check the time or listen to music?
Mrs. Smith says it's a distraction, but I think we can be responsible enough to handle it.
I agree. It's not like we're going to be on social media all the time.
Maybe we should try to talk to her about it and explain our perspective.
It's worth a shot. I'm tired of feeling like I'm being treated like a child.
Me too. Let's find some other students who feel the same way and approach her together.
Expressing interest in a specific subject.
I'm really enjoying the astronomy unit in science class.
Really, I find it kind of confusing, all those planets and stars.
I know, but I think it's fascinating to learn about the universe and how it all works.
I guess I haven't really thought about it that way. What's so interesting about it?
Just the scale of it all, and the mysteries that are still unsolved. It makes me feel small, but in a good way.
Maybe I'll pay closer attention in class. You've got me curious now.
You should. It's pretty mind-blowing stuff.
Seeking advice on a class presentation.
Hey, I'm really nervous about my presentation in history class next week.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. What's it on?
The French Revolution. I know a lot about it, but I'm afraid I'll freeze up in front of the class.
Try practicing in front of a mirror or even a friend or family member.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll ask my mom to listen to me.
Also, try to focus on one point at a time and don't rush through it. Take deep breaths.
Okay, I'll try that. Thanks for the advice. I really appreciate it.
No problem. You've got this.
Sharing a funny classroom observation.
Did you see Ms. Johnson's face when Mark accidentally called her mom?
Oh my gosh, no! I was too busy trying to solve that impossible math problem.
It was hilarious. She just froze for a second, then started laughing.
Poor Mark. He must have been so embarrassed.
He totally was. He turned bright red and mumbled an apology.
I wish I had seen that. That would have made the math class a little more bearable.
Definitely. It was the highlight of my day so far.
Sharing excitement for an upcoming school event.
Are you going to the school carnival next weekend?
Definitely. I've been looking forward to it all year.
Me too. I heard they're having a dunk tank this year. I want to try to dunk Mr. Davis.
That would be hilarious. I'm more excited about the games and the food.
They always have the best cotton candy. And the face painting is pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's a fun way to hang out with friends and support the school.
Totally. I can't wait. Understanding a teacher's expectations.
Hey, did you understand what Mr. Harrison wants for this history project?
Not really. He mentioned something about primary sources, but I'm not sure what he's looking for.
Yeah, me neither. I think he wants us to actually use letters or diaries from the time period.
Seriously? That sounds like a lot of work. Where are we supposed to find those?
He said the library has some digital archives. Maybe we should check those out together.
That's a good idea. Are you free after school tomorrow?
Yep, I am. Let's meet at the library around 3:30.
Perfect. Hopefully we can figure out what he expects from us.
Classroom seating preferences.
Do you think we should try to sit closer to the front in math class?
Why? Is it hard to see from where we are?
Not really, but I feel like I'd pay attention better if I was closer. Less distractions.
That's true. I do find myself doodling a lot back here.
Exactly. Plus, it might make it easier to ask questions.
Okay, I'm in. Let's try to get there early tomorrow and snag some front row seats.
Awesome. Maybe it'll even help our grades.
Dealing with loud classmates.
Can you believe how loud those guys are in the back of the class?
Seriously, it's impossible to concentrate when they're talking.
I wish Mr. Henderson would do something about it.
He's asked them to be quiet before, but they never listen.
Maybe we should say something to them ourselves?
I don't know. I don't want to start a fight.
True. Maybe we should just move to different seats. Discussing a controversial topic.
What did you think about the debate in class today? It got pretty heated.
Yeah, I was surprised how passionate everyone was about it. It's a tough issue.
I agree. I don't think there's an easy answer, and both sides made some valid points.
It's good that we can have these discussions, even if they're uncomfortable.
Definitely. It's important to hear different perspectives, even if you don't agree with them.
I just wish people could be more respectful when they disagree. Some of the comments were a bit harsh.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but overall I think it was a valuable learning experience.
Expressing interest in a specific subject?
I'm really enjoying the biology unit on genetics. It's fascinating.
Really? I find it kind of confusing. All those Punnett squares.
I know, but it's like a puzzle. Figuring out how traits are passed down is so cool.
I guess. I'm more interested in the ecology unit, learning about ecosystems and stuff.
That's cool too. It's amazing how everything is connected in nature.
Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe majoring in environmental science in college.
That's awesome. Maybe I'll go into genetics research. Who knows?
Forgotten materials, emergency. Oh no, I forgot my protractor for geometry class.
Seriously, again, you forgot it last week too.
I know, I'm so scatterbrained. Can I borrow yours?
Fine, but you owe me big time. And try to remember next time.
I will, I promise. I'll set a reminder on my phone.
You better. Otherwise, you're drawing angles with a ruler.
Thanks a million, you're a lifesaver.
Navigating group dynamics.
I'm a bit worried about our history group project. Liam isn't pulling his weight.
Tell me about it. He said he'd research the causes of the war, but he hasn't done anything.
Exactly. Maria and I are doing all the work. What should we do?
We should talk to him first, give him a chance to step up.
Okay, but what if he still doesn't contribute?
Then we have to tell the teacher. It's not fair for us to do all the work and him get the same grade.
You're right. Let's talk to him tomorrow.
Seeking advice on a presentation.
I'm really nervous about my presentation in history class next week. Don't worry, you'll do great. What's it on? The French Revolution. It's a huge topic, and I'm not sure how to condense it. Focus on the key events and figures, and use visuals. A timeline or map would be helpful. That's a good idea. I was thinking of using PowerPoint, but I don't want it to be boring. Keep the slides simple and use images. And practice, practice, practice. That's the best way to calm your nerves. Thanks. I'll try that. I appreciate the advice.
Teachers' quirky habits.
Did you notice how Mr. Davis always taps his pen when he's thinking?
Yeah, it drives me crazy, especially during tests.
I know, it's so distracting, but it's also kind of endearing in a weird way.
Endearing? I wouldn't go that far. It's just his thing, I guess.
True. Every teacher has their quirks. Remember Mrs. Smith's obsession with semicolons?
Oh God, don't remind me. I still have nightmares about semicolons.
Haha. Well, at least Mr. Davis's pen tapping is less grammatically challenging.
The case of the missing textbook.
Hey, have you seen my history textbook? I can't find it anywhere.
No, sorry. Did you check your locker?
Yeah, it's not there. I had it in class yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe you left it in the classroom? Someone might have turned it in.
I'll check there after class. This is a disaster. I need it for the reading tonight.
If you can't find it, I can let you borrow mine for tonight. I'm done with the reading.
Really? That would be amazing. Thanks so much.
No problem, just let me know if you need it.
Understanding a teacher's expectations.
Did you understand what Ms. Johnson wants for this essay? I'm a little confused.
Yeah, I think so. She wants us to focus on the symbolism, not just summarize the plot.
Symbolism? Right, I missed that part. So, what's an example?
Well, the river, for instance. She mentioned in class that it represents the character's journey.
Okay, I see. So, we need to analyze how different symbols contribute to the overall meaning?
Exactly. And she said to use specific examples from the text to back up our claims.
Got it. Thanks for clarifying. I feel much better now.
Choosing electives.
Are you thinking about what electives to take next semester?
Yeah, I'm torn. I was thinking either photography or creative writing.
Oh, both sound cool. What are you leaning towards?
I enjoy writing, but photography seems more practical. Plus, I could use a creative outlet.
True. Photography can be really useful. I'm thinking of taking coding, but I'm a bit intimidated.
Go for it. It's always good to learn new skills. Maybe we can help each other out if we both take something challenging.
That's a good idea. Thanks. I think I will.
Discussing a controversial topic.
Did you hear what Mr. Evans said about the new city ordinance?
Yeah, I did. I don't completely agree with his perspective, though.
Me neither. I think he's overlooking some important points.
It's a complex issue, and there are valid arguments on both sides.
True. But I wish he'd present the other side a little more fairly.
Maybe we could bring up our concerns in class, respectfully, of course.
That's a good idea. We could start a healthy discussion.
Expressing interest in a specific subject.
I'm really enjoying the unit on genetics in biology. It's fascinating.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. All the stuff about DNA and heredity.
I'm even thinking about pursuing a career in genetics research.
Wow, that's cool. What kind of research are you interested in?
I'm not sure yet, but maybe something related to disease prevention.
That's amazing. You should talk to Mrs. Chen. She knows a lot about that field.
That's a great idea. Thanks, I will.
Forgotten homework excuse.
Oh man, I completely forgot to do the math homework. What am I going to do?
That sucks. Did you at least start it?
Nope, I was too busy last night. I'm doomed.
Maybe you could say you left it at home? Or that your dog ate it.
I already used the dog excuse last month. Mrs. Johnson will never believe me.
Okay. How about saying you misunderstood the instructions?
That might work. I'll try that. Thanks.
No problem. Good luck.
Lost textbook woes.
Oh no, I can't find my history textbook anywhere.
Seriously? That's awful. Did you check your locker?
Yeah, in my backpack and under my bed. I'm starting to panic.
Maybe you left it in the library? Or in another classroom by accident?
I'll check the library after this class. I really hope I find it. They're so expensive to replace.
I know, right? Maybe someone picked it up by mistake. Put a notice on the school bulletin board.
Good idea, thanks. I feel a little less stressed now.
Missing supplies emergency.
I forgot my calculator, again.
Seriously? I thought you said you'd put it in your bag last night.
I thought I did too. Can I borrow yours for this quiz?
I would, but I need it myself. Maybe ask someone else?
Everyone else seems to have theirs. I'm so screwed.
Maybe the teacher has a spare? It's worth a shot.
Okay, I'll ask. Wish me luck.
Navigating the seating chart.
Ugh, I'm stuck in the back row again. I can barely see the board.
I know, the seating chart is brutal. I'm right next to Mark, and he talks nonstop.
Maybe we should ask the teacher to rearrange it. It's affecting our learning.
Worth a shot, but Mrs. Davis seems pretty set in her ways.
I guess we can try. Maybe if we explain it politely and give her a good reason.
All right, let's do it together after class. Strength in numbers, right?
Exactly. Let's hope for the best.
Teacher's quirky habits.
Did you notice how Mr. Henderson always taps his pen 3 times before starting a sentence?
Yeah. It's so predictable. I wonder why he does that.
I have no idea, but it's kind of endearing. In a weird way.
True. It's like his trademark. Remember when he wore mismatched socks last week?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. He's such a character.
Definitely makes class more interesting, even if it's just a little bit.
Agreed. I wouldn't want him to change.
Team project frustrations.
I'm so frustrated with our group project. Liam isn't pulling his weight at all.
Ugh, I know that feeling. What's he doing, or rather, not doing?
He said he'd do the research section, but he hasn't even started. The deadline is next week.
Have you tried talking to him directly?
Yeah, I texted him, but he just said he's been busy. It's not fair to the rest of us.
Maybe we should tell the teacher? It's better to address it now than have our grades suffer.
You're right. I'll talk to the teacher after class tomorrow.
I'll back you up if you need me to. Understanding classroom rules.
Hey, I'm still a bit confused about the late work policy. Can you explain it?
Sure. As far as I understand, you lose 10% for each day it's late.
Even if it's just one day.
Yep, that's what I heard. Better to get something in than nothing at all.
That's harsh. What about if you have a valid excuse?
Then you need to talk to the teacher beforehand, or as soon as possible afterwards. Documentation helps.
Okay, good to know. Thanks for clarifying. Commenting on a teacher's teaching style.
I really like how Mr. Davis explains things in physics. He makes it so easy to understand.
Yeah, he's great. He uses real-world examples, which really helps.
Exactly. And he's always willing to answer questions, even if they seem silly.
I wish all my teachers were like him. Some of them just lecture and expect us to get it.
I know, it can be frustrating. Mr. Davis actually makes learning fun.
Definitely. He's the reason I'm actually enjoying physics this year.
Same here. I might even consider majoring in it now.
Dealing with a difficult lab partner.
I'm so frustrated with our lab partner, Mark. He's not pulling his weight at all.
Oh no, what's going on?
He just stands there and watches while I do everything. He doesn't even take notes.
That's not fair. Have you tried talking to him about it?
I tried, but he just shrugs and says he's not good at science.
Ugh, that's annoying. Maybe we should talk to the teacher about it?
Yeah, I think we have to. I can't do all the work myself and have him get the same grade.
I agree. Let's talk to Ms. Chen after class tomorrow. Discussing a school-wide announcement.
Did you hear the announcement about the new cell phone policy?
Yeah, no phones allowed during class at all anymore, right?
Exactly. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's going to be tough.
I know. I use my phone for so many things, like checking the time and looking up words.
Me too. And what if there's an emergency? How are we supposed to contact our parents?
Good point. I guess we'll have to use the school phone, which is never convenient.
I wonder if they'll make any exceptions. Like if you need to use a translator app.
Hopefully. Otherwise, it's going to be a really long day without my phone. Discussing the difficulty of a specific homework assignment.
This calculus homework is insane. I don't understand any of it.
Tell me about it. I've been staring at these problems for hours.
I think I need to go to the tutoring center. I'm completely lost on these derivatives.
Me too. Maybe we can go together tomorrow after school?
That's a great idea. Misery loves company, right?
Exactly. Plus, maybe we can help each other out if we understand different parts.
Perfect. Let's meet in the library at 3 o'clock then.
Sounds good. I'll bring some snacks too. We're gonna need them.
Expressing disagreement with a classroom rule.
I don't understand why we can't have water bottles in class. It's ridiculous. I know, right? It's so distracting when I'm thirsty and can't drink anything. And what's the big deal anyway? It's just water. It's not like we're gonna spill it everywhere. I heard Ms. Thompson said someone spilled juice on their notes last year, so she banned all drinks. That's so unfair. One person ruins it for everyone. I agree. Maybe we should talk to her about it and see if she'll reconsider. I'm in! Maybe if we explain how distracting it is, she'll understand. Let's do it after class tomorrow. The worst she can say is no.
Expressing interest in a specific subject. I'm really enjoying the unit on genetics in biology. It's so fascinating.
Really? I'm finding it a bit confusing, to be honest.
I know it can be complex, but the idea of how traits are passed down is just so cool.
I guess I haven't really thought about it that way. What specifically do you find interesting?
Like how a single gene can determine so much about a person, and how mutations can happen. It's mind-blowing.
Huh. I might need to look at it from a different angle. Maybe I'll try reading ahead in the textbook.
Definitely. And there are some great documentaries on genetics too. I can send you some links.
That would be awesome, thanks. Maybe I'll start to appreciate it more too.
Seeking advice on a class presentation.
I'm really nervous about my history presentation next week. Any tips?
Definitely practice a lot. That always helps me feel more confident.
I've been trying, but I keep stumbling over my words.
Try breaking it down into smaller sections and practice each section individually. Then put it all together.
That's a good idea. And what about visuals? Should I use a lot of slides?
Keep the slides simple and visual. Don't just read off the slides. Use them to support what you're saying.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks, I appreciate the advice.
No problem. You'll do great. Just remember to breathe and speak clearly.
Sharing a funny classroom observation.
Did you see Miss Johnson's face when David accidentally launched that paper airplane during her lecture? Oh my gosh, yes! It was priceless. She tried so hard to keep a straight face. I thought she was gonna explode. I almost burst out laughing. Me too! But I was also a little scared for David. He's usually so quiet. Yeah, it was totally out of character. Maybe he was just really bored. Or maybe he's finally embracing his inner rebel. Either way, it was the highlight of the day. Definitely. I needed that laugh. This history class is killing me. Tell me about it. At least we have funny moments to look back on.
Sharing excitement for an upcoming school event.
Are you going to the school carnival next weekend?
Definitely. I've been looking forward to it all year. Have you ever been?
Yeah, last year was so much fun. The games were great and the food was amazing.
I heard they're having a dunk tank this year. I really want to try to dunk Mr. Henderson.
Haha, that would be hilarious. I'm more excited about the Ferris wheel. The view from the top is incredible.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We should go on it together.
Definitely. And we can get some cotton candy too. It's not a carnival without cotton candy.
Understanding a teacher's expectations.
Did you understand what Mr. Harrison wants for this essay? I'm completely lost.
Not really, but I think he wants us to focus on the historical context more than just summarizing the plot.
Historical context? So like, what was happening in the world at the time?
Exactly, and how that influenced the author's writing. That's what I gathered from his lecture.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. I thought he just wanted a book report.
Definitely not just a book report. He emphasized analysis, remember?
Right, analysis. Thanks for clarifying. I'll reread the instructions with that in mind.
Dealing with a chatty classmate.
Psst, Ben, can you try to be a little quieter? I'm trying to listen to the lecture.
Oh, sorry, Sarah. I didn't realize I was talking so loud.
It's okay, but it's kind of distracting when you whisper during the whole class.
I just get so bored sometimes. This history is so dry.
I know, but maybe try taking notes or doodling to stay focused.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll try to be better.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Debating the merits of summer reading lists.
Ugh, another summer reading list. Do you think they're actually helpful?
I don't know. On one hand, it keeps our brains active during the break.
True, but sometimes the books are so boring, it makes me want to avoid reading altogether.
Yeah, I agree. I wish they'd give us more choice in what we read.
Maybe we should suggest that to the English department?
That's a good idea. More student input would be great.
All right, let's draft a proposal.
Decoding a teacher's feedback.
Did you get your essay back from Mrs. Davis?
Yeah, I did. She wrote, "Needs more development on mine." What does that even mean?
It probably means you need to add more details and examples to support your arguments.
Oh, okay, so elaborate more on my points?
Exactly. Think about adding specific evidence or personal anecdotes.
That makes sense. Thanks for clarifying.
No problem. We're all in this together.
Excitement for a school sports game.
Are you going to the basketball game tonight?
Definitely. I wouldn't miss it. Our team is on a roll.
I know, right? They've won their last 5 games. I'm so hyped.
Me too. I heard they're giving out free t-shirts to the first 100 students.
Seriously, that's awesome. We need to get there early then.
Yeah, let's meet up after class and head over together.
Sounds like a plan. Go Eagles.
Expressing interest in joining the debate club.
Hey, I've been thinking about joining the debate club. Have you heard anything about it? Yeah, I have a friend in it. She says it's a lot of work, but really rewarding. I'm looking for something challenging. I enjoy arguing. Discussing different viewpoints. Well, my friend says they learn a lot about research, public speaking, and critical thinking. That sounds perfect. Do you know when their next meeting is? I think it's next Tuesday after school in room 205. I can double check with her if you want. That would be great, thanks. Maybe I'll see you there.
Forgotten lunch woes. Oh no, I forgot my lunch at home.
That's rough. The cafeteria food isn't exactly gourmet.
Tell me about it. Do you have anything I could bum off of you?
I've got an extra apple and a granola bar. It's not much, but it's something.
You're a lifesaver. I owe you one.
No problem. We've all been there.
I'm definitely setting a reminder on my phone for tomorrow.
Navigating the seating chart politics.
Did you see the new seating chart? I'm stuck in the back row now.
Ugh, me too. Right next to the window. I'm gonna be so distracted.
I heard Sarah asked Mrs. Johnson to move her closer to the front.
Seriously? That's so unfair. Why does she get special treatment?
I don't know. Maybe she has a good reason. Or maybe she's just a teacher's pet.
Well, I'm gonna try and talk to Mrs. Johnson too. I can't see the board from back here.
Good luck. Let me know if it works.
The great pencil shortage of third period.
Does anyone have a pencil I can borrow? I swear I had one this morning.
I think I have an extra. Nope, just pens. Sorry.
It's always the same in this class. Where do all the pencils go?
They probably get lost under desks or eaten by the pencil monster.
A pencil monster? That's a new one.
Hey, it's as good an explanation as any. Ask Mr. Peterson. He usually has a stash.
Good idea, thanks.
The mystery of the missing stapler.
Has anyone seen the stapler? I need it to finish this handout.
I think I saw Maria using it earlier. Maybe it's at her desk?
I checked. It's not there. It seems to have vanished into thin air.
That's weird. Staplers always disappear in this class.
It's like a Bermuda Triangle for office supplies.
Maybe it's hiding under a pile of papers?
I'll take another look. If not, I guess I'm using paper clips.
Good luck with the search.
Understanding a teacher's sarcasm.
Did you understand what Mr. Henderson meant when he said, "That's just brilliant," after Mark tripped?
Oh, totally. He was being sarcastic. Mr. Henderson does that a lot.
So he didn't actually think it was brilliant?
Definitely not. He was implying it was clumsy and embarrassing.
I always have trouble telling when he's being serious or not.
Just watch his face and listen to his tone. If he's rolling his eyes, it's sarcasm.
Got it. Sarcasm decoder activated.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Debating the value of standardized tests.
I'm so stressed about the upcoming standardized tests. I feel like they don't even accurately measure what we've learned.
I agree. It's just a snapshot of one day, and some people are just bad test takers.
Plus, it puts so much pressure on teachers to teach to the test. instead of focusing on more creative and engaging lessons.
Yeah, but on the other hand, they do provide a common benchmark for comparing schools and districts.
True, but is that comparison really fair when schools have such different resources and student populations?
That's a valid point. It's a complicated issue with no easy answers.
Exactly. I just wish there was a better way to assess student learning.
Discussing the difficulty of a new unit.
This new physics unit on quantum mechanics is killing me. Are you understanding any of it? Not really. It's so abstract. All those formulas and theories are just going over my head. I tried reading the textbook, but it just made me more confused. Maybe we should try watching some videos online? That's a good idea. I found some on Khan Academy that seem pretty helpful. Perfect! We could watch them together and try to explain things to each other. Yeah, that would be great. Maybe we can even form a study group with a few other people. Definitely. The more, the merrier. Let's tackle this together.
Discussing the impact of new technology, what do you think about the school getting those new interactive whiteboards?
I think they're pretty cool. They make the lessons more engaging, at least for some classes.
Yeah, but I also feel like some teachers aren't really using them to their full potential. It's just like a regular whiteboard half the time.
True. And sometimes the internet connection is so bad that they're more frustrating than helpful.
Exactly. It's great in theory, but the execution needs work.
Hopefully, they'll improve over time as teachers get more comfortable with them.
Fingers crossed. It could really make learning more fun.
Forgotten homework woes.
Oh no! I just realized I left my math homework at home.
Seriously? That's rough. Mr. Harrison is not happy when people don't have their work.
I know. What am I going to do? Do you think I could copy yours quickly before class starts?
I don't know. He'd probably notice if we have identical answers. Maybe you could explain the situation to him?
Yeah, I guess that's my only option. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Maybe he'll let you turn it in tomorrow.
Hopefully. Thanks. Forgotten permission slip.
Crap. I forgot to bring my permission slip for the field trip tomorrow.
Oh no! Are you going to be able to go?
I don't know. I guess I'll have to call my mom and ask her to bring it to school tomorrow morning.
That's probably your best bet. Mr. Johnson is pretty strict about those things.
Yeah, I know. I'm just worried she won't be able to make it in time.
Maybe you could ask a friend to take notes for you in case you can't go.
That's a good idea. Thanks, I'll ask Sarah.
Interpreting a teacher's feedback.
Did you get your essay back from Mr. Jones?
Yeah, I did. I'm not sure what he means by lacks critical analysis, though.
That usually means you're just summarizing the text instead of offering your own insights.
Oh, okay. So I need to dig deeper and explain why I think what I think?
Exactly. Try to connect your ideas to the bigger picture or offer a unique perspective.
That makes sense. I'll revise it with that in mind. Thanks for the help.
No problem. Good luck with the rewrite.
Navigating the course catalog.
Hey, are you looking at the course catalog too? It's so overwhelming.
Tell me about it. I have no idea what electives to take next year. Everything sounds either super boring or way too hard.
I'm thinking about taking creative writing. I've always liked writing stories.
Oh, that sounds cool. I was considering AP Psychology, but I'm worried about the workload.
Yeah, AP classes are tough. Maybe start with regular psychology first?
Good idea. I'll check if it's offered. Thanks.
No problem. Good luck finding something you like.
Preparing for a debate.
Are you ready for the debate on Friday? I'm so nervous.
Kinda. I've been doing a lot of research, but I'm still worried about getting caught off guard.
Me too. I'm afraid I'll forget my points or stumble over my words.
We should practice our arguments together. Maybe we can anticipate some of the opposing team's points.
That's a great idea. When are you free?
How about tomorrow afternoon after school?
Perfect. Let's meet in the library.
Seeking extension on deadline.
Hey, I'm really struggling to finish the history paper. Did you start it yet?
I'm about halfway through. It's a lot of research.
Exactly. I've been so swamped with other assignments, and I feel like I need more time. Do you think Mrs. Davis would grant an extension?
She's usually understanding if you have a good reason. Have you talked to her?
Not yet. I was hoping to get your opinion first. What should I say?
Just explain your situation honestly. Tell her you're working hard but need a few extra days to do your best work.
Okay, I'll try that. Thanks for the advice.
Understanding lab report requirements.
Are you confused about the lab report format? I don't understand what Ms. Chen wants in the analysis section.
Yeah, it's a bit vague. I think she wants us to explain the significance of our results and discuss any potential errors.
So, Not just restating the data, but actually interpreting it and drawing conclusions?
Exactly. And we should also compare our results to what we expected to see based on the theory.
Okay, that makes more sense. Did you figure out how she wants us to cite our sources?
She said to use the APA style guide. There's a link to it on the class website.
Great! Thanks for clarifying. I feel a little less lost now.
Brainstorming fundraising ideas for a school trip.
Okay, we need some good fundraising ideas for the trip to Europe.
What about a bake sale? It's classic, but it usually works.
True, but we need something bigger. Maybe a car wash?
That's a good one. We could also organize a talent show.
I like the talent show idea. We could sell tickets and have different acts.
And maybe a raffle with some cool prizes donated by local businesses.
Perfect. Let's put together a proposal with all these ideas.
Comparing different study techniques.
How are you studying for the history exam? I'm using flashcards and rewriting my notes. What about you? I'm trying the Feynman technique, explaining the concepts out loud. The Feynman technique? Never heard of it. Does it work? So far, so good. It forces me to really understand the material. I might try that. Flashcards are getting a bit boring. Give it a shot. Maybe we can compare notes and see what works best.
Comparing perspectives on school uniforms. What's your opinion on school uniforms? Do you think they're a good idea?
I have mixed feelings. On one hand, they eliminate distractions related to clothing.
That's true, and they can make everyone feel more equal, but they also stifle individuality.
Exactly. I miss being able to express myself through my clothes.
Maybe there's a middle ground, like a dress code that allows for more personal expression while still maintaining a sense of order.
That's an interesting idea. Perhaps allowing accessories or different shoe styles?
Yeah, something that gives us a little more freedom without going overboard.
Debating the merits of online learning.
What do you think about the possibility of more online classes next year?
Honestly, I'm not thrilled. I miss the in-person interaction.
Yeah, but online classes offer so much flexibility. I can study at my own pace.
That's true, but I find it harder to stay focused without the structure of a classroom.
Maybe a hybrid approach would be best. Some classes online, some in person?
That's a good idea. Best of both worlds, perhaps?
Exactly. I think it would cater to different learning styles.
Discussing the ethics of artificial intelligence.
This AI ethics discussion is really making me think. Me too. It's a bit scary to consider the potential downsides. Like, who's responsible when an AI makes a mistake? Exactly. And what about job displacement? It's a complex issue. I think we need strict regulations to ensure AI is used responsibly. Agreed. It's important to think about the long-term consequences. Hopefully, these discussions will help shape a more ethical future for AI. I hope so too. It's crucial for our generation to be informed.
Discussing the impact of social media on students.
What do you think about the impact of social media on students?
It's a mixed bag, I think. It can be a great way to connect with people.
True, but it can also be a huge distraction and source of anxiety.
Definitely. The constant comparison and pressure to be perfect are harmful.
I think we need to be more mindful of our social media habits.
Agreed. Setting boundaries and taking breaks is important for our mental health.
Maybe the school should offer workshops on responsible social media use.
That's a fantastic idea. It would be really beneficial for a lot of students.
Discussing the importance of extracurricular activities.
Do you think extracurricular activities are really that important?
I do. They help you develop skills you can't learn in the classroom.
Like what? I just feel so busy with schoolwork already.
Teamwork, leadership, time management. Plus, they're fun.
I guess that makes sense. I've been thinking about joining the debate club.
That's a great choice. It'll definitely improve your public speaking.
Yeah, and it might look good on college applications too, right?
Absolutely. It shows you're well-rounded and passionate about something.
Evaluating the school's recycling program.
Do you think our school's recycling program is actually effective?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I see a lot of people throwing things in the wrong bins.
Yeah, and there aren't enough bins in some areas, especially the cafeteria.
We should suggest adding more bins and improving the signage.
Maybe we could start a student campaign to raise awareness about proper recycling.
That's a great idea. We could create posters and give presentations.
Let's talk to the student council about it. They might be able to help.
Sharing concerns about test anxiety.
I'm starting to get really anxious about the upcoming physics test.
Me too. I studied a lot, but I still feel like I'm going to blank out.
I get so nervous my heart starts racing and I can't focus.
Have you tried any relaxation techniques? Like deep breathing?
I've tried, but it's hard to do when I'm in the middle of the test.
Maybe try practicing them regularly beforehand so it becomes more natural.
That's a good idea. I'll give it a shot. Thanks.
Sharing excitement about a guest speaker.
Did you hear who's coming to speak next week?
No, tell me. I haven't checked the bulletin board.
It's Dr. Anya Sharma, the astrophysicist.
Wow, seriously? I've read her research on black holes.
Me too. I'm so excited to hear her speak in person.
I hope she talks about her recent discoveries. That would be incredible.
Definitely. We should arrive early to get good seats.
Dealing with a difficult partner.
I'm stuck with Mark for the science project, and he's not doing any of the work.
Ugh, that's the worst. Have you tried talking to him about it?
Yeah, but he just makes excuses. He says he's busy, but I see him playing video games all the time.
Maybe you should talk to the teacher about it. It's not fair for you to do all the work.
I was hoping to avoid that, but I don't see any other option. I can't let my grades suffer because of him.
Definitely talk to the teacher. Explain the situation clearly and calmly.
Okay, I will. Hopefully she can help mediate or assign him some specific tasks.
Good luck. I hope it works out.
Debating the value of standardized tests.
I'm so stressed about the upcoming standardized tests. I don't think they accurately reflect what I've learned. I agree. It's just one day, and it doesn't account for different learning styles or strengths. Exactly. Some people are just bad test takers. It feels like it puts so much pressure on one performance. But I also see the other side. They're supposed to provide a standard measure of achievement across different schools. Maybe, but are they really fair when some schools have way more resources than others? That's a valid point. The system definitely has flaws. It's not a perfect measure of anything. It just feels like we spend so much time preparing for these tests instead of learning other valuable things.
Discussing college majors. Have you thought about what you want to major in when you go to college?
I'm leaning towards computer science. I really enjoy coding and problem solving.
That's cool. I'm still undecided. I like so many different subjects.
Have you considered taking some introductory courses in different areas to see what clicks?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm also thinking about talking to some people who work in different fields.
That's smart. Shadowing someone could give you a real sense of what the job is like.
Exactly. It's a big decision, so I want to make sure I choose something I'm passionate about.
Definitely. Don't rush the process. You have time to explore your options.
Discussing the difficulty of a new unit.
Is it just me? Or is this calculus unit completely insane? No, you're not alone. I am totally lost. I understood the last one perfectly, but this is like another language. I tried reading the textbook, but it just made it worse. All those symbols. I know. I think I need to find some YouTube videos or something. Visual explanations might help. That's a good idea. Maybe we could watch them together and try to explain it to each other? Yeah, a study session sounds good. Misery loves company, right? Exactly. Let's plan something for this weekend then. Perfect. Maybe bring snacks.
Expressing interest in a new club.
Did you hear about the new photography club starting next week?
Yeah, I saw the posters. Are you thinking of joining?
I am. I've always been interested in photography, but I don't really know where to start.
Me too. I have a decent camera, but I mostly just take pictures of my pets.
Well, maybe we could join together. It would be less intimidating.
That's a great idea. We could learn together and share our photos.
Perfect. I'll look up the meeting time and let you know.
Sounds good. I'm excited.
Forgotten permission slip.
Oh no, I completely forgot to bring my permission slip for the field trip tomorrow. Seriously. You're gonna miss it if you don't get it in. I know. I'm freaking out. What should I do? Can you call your parents and have them email a signed copy to the school? I don't know if they'll see it in time. They're both at work. Maybe text them and ask them to call the school directly? Explain the situation. Okay, I'll try that right now. Thanks for the idea. No problem. Good luck. I hope you can still go.
Interpreting a teacher's comment. Did you see what Ms. Johnson wrote on my essay? Interesting perspective, needs further development.
Yeah, I saw she wrote something similar on a few papers. What do you think she meant?
I'm not sure. Does she mean my idea is good but I didn't explain it well enough?
That's how I'd interpret it. Maybe you need more evidence to support your argument?
That makes sense. I was rushing at the end. I wish she'd been more specific.
You could always ask her for clarification during office hours. It's better to be sure.
You're right. I'll try to catch her tomorrow. Thanks for helping me think it through.
Overcoming procrastination. Ugh, I have this huge history paper due next week, but I haven't even started researching.
I know the feeling. I'm terrible at starting things. What's holding you back?
I think it's just so much work I don't know where to begin, and I keep finding other things to do.
Maybe break it down into smaller tasks? Like, today just find 3 sources. Tomorrow, write a rough outline?
It's a good idea. Small steps seem less overwhelming.
Exactly. And think about how good you'll feel when it's done. Reward yourself after each step.
Okay, I'll try that. Thanks. Maybe we can check in with each other to stay on track.
Definitely. Accountability buddies, let's do it.
Sharing book recommendations.
I'm looking for something good to read. Any recommendations?
Have you read The Martian by Andy Weir? It's a sci-fi book about an astronaut stranded on Mars.
That sounds interesting. Is it hard to follow with all the science stuff?
Not really. He explains everything in a way that's easy to understand. It's really gripping.
Okay, I'll check it out. What else have you read lately?
I just finished Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. It's a character-driven story, very heartwarming.
That sounds like something I'd enjoy too. Thanks for the suggestions.
No problem. Let me know what you think if you read them.
Understanding lab report requirements.
I'm so confused about the lab report format. What exactly does Mrs. Davis want in the analysis section?
I think she wants us to explain the significance of our results and connect them to the concepts we learned in class.
So, not just restating what happened, but explaining why it happened?
Exactly. And to discuss any potential sources of error that might have affected our data.
Oh, that makes sense. I was just going to summarize the data. Thanks.
No problem. Also, make sure you include a graph of your results. She mentioned that was important.
Right, the graph. I almost forgot. You're a lifesaver.
Commenting on a teacher's teaching style.
I really like how Mr. Evans teaches English. He makes everything so engaging.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I like that he uses a lot of real-world examples.
And he's always willing to answer questions. He never makes you feel stupid for asking.
True. Some teachers just rush through the material without making sure everyone understands.
I wish all my teachers were like Mr. Evans. Learning would be so much easier.
Me too. He actually makes me want to read the books.
Exactly. I'm actually looking forward to the next assignment.
That's saying something.
Dealing with a difficult lab partner.
I'm really struggling with this chemistry lab. My lab partner isn't pulling their weight.
Oh no, what's going on?
They keep getting distracted and messing up the measurements. We're way behind schedule.
That's frustrating. Have you tried talking to them about it?
Yeah, but they just brush it off. I'm worried we're going to fail this lab.
Maybe you should talk to the teacher, explain the situation, and see if they can help mediate.
That's a good idea. I was hoping it wouldn't come to that, but I don't see any other option.
It's better to address it now than to let it ruin your grade. Good luck. Discussing a school-wide announcement.
Did you hear the announcement about the new cell phone policy?
Yeah, no phones allowed during class, right?
That's what I understood. I think it's going to be tough to adjust to.
Tell me about it. I use my phone to take notes sometimes.
Me too. And for looking up quick facts when I'm confused. Now we have to actually ask the teacher.
I guess they're trying to get us to pay more attention in class. Maybe it'll work.
Maybe. Or maybe we'll just be more bored. We'll see how it goes.
I'm betting on more boredom. At least until we get used to it.
Discussing the difficulty of a specific homework assignment.
This physics homework is killing me. I don't understand any of these problems.
Tell me about it. I've been staring at it for hours.
I think I get the concepts, but applying them to the actual problems is impossible.
Same here. Did you try looking at the examples in the textbook?
Yeah, but they're not helping much. They're all so different from the homework problems.
Maybe we should try working on it together. 2 brains are better than 1.
That's a great idea. When are you free?
How about tomorrow afternoon after school?
Expressing disagreement with a classroom rule. I don't think it's fair that we can't use calculators on the math test.
I know, right? It's not like we won't be using calculators in the real world.
Exactly. It feels like she's just trying to make it harder for us.
Maybe she wants us to understand the concepts better without relying on technology.
I get that, but some of the calculations are so complicated. It's just tedious.
Maybe we should talk to her about it as a class. Explain our concerns.
That's a good idea. Strengthen numbers, right?
Definitely. Let's see if we can get a few more people on board.
Expressing interest in a specific subject.
I'm really enjoying the unit on ancient Egypt in history class.
Me too. I find the hieroglyphs fascinating. It's like they're telling a secret story.
Exactly, and the pyramids are just incredible. How did they build them with such primitive tools?
I know, it's mind-blowing. I'm thinking of doing my research paper on the construction of the Great Pyramid.
That's a great idea. I was considering researching the role of women in ancient Egyptian society.
That sounds really interesting. We should share our research when we're done.
Definitely. Maybe we can even visit a museum with an Egyptian exhibit sometime.
I'd love that. Let's plan it.
Seeking advice on a class presentation.
I'm really nervous about my presentation in history class next week.
What's it on?
The French Revolution. I have so much information, I don't know how to condense it.
Focus on the key events and figures. Don't try to cover everything.
That's a good point. Should I use a PowerPoint?
Definitely. Visuals help keep people engaged. Use images and short bullet points.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for the advice.
No problem. Just practice a few times and you'll be fine.
Sharing a funny classroom observation.
Did you see Mr. Henderson's tie today? It had little dinosaurs on it.
No way. Seriously? I was too busy trying to stay awake during his lecture.
I know, it was brutal, but the tie was a total distraction. I almost burst out laughing.
I wish I had seen it. It would have made the lecture a little more bearable.
He probably doesn't even realize how funny it was. He's so serious most of the time.
Maybe we should start a trend and wear funny ties to class. Operation Dinosaur Tie.
Haha, I'm in. But maybe something less obvious, so we don't get in trouble.
Good point. Subtle humor is key. I'm thinking maybe socks with cats playing the piano.
Sharing excitement for an upcoming school event.
Are you going to the school carnival this weekend?
Definitely. I heard they're having a dunk tank this year.
No way! I'm so going to try and dunk Mr. Thompson. He deserves it after that pop quiz.
Haha, me too. I also want to try the pie eating contest. I'm pretty good at that.
I'm more of a games person. I'm hoping they have a ring toss or something.
I heard there's going to be live music too. It should be a fun time.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a good way to relax after all the studying.
Totally. See you there on Saturday.
Understanding a teacher's expectations.
Hey, did you understand what Mrs. Davis wants for the history project?
Not really. She mentioned primary sources, but I'm not sure what she considers sufficient use of them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I might ask her for clarification during office hours.
Good idea. Maybe we can go together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Definitely. I'm also confused about the length requirement. Is it 3 pages or 3 pages minimum?
I think it's minimum, but let's double check. I don't want to lose points for something silly.
Agreed. Okay, let's plan to go to her office hours on Thursday after class.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for suggesting it.
Dealing with a difficult lab partner.
Ugh, I'm so frustrated with my lab partner in chemistry.
Oh no, what's going on?
They never do any of the work. I end up doing everything myself.
That's not fair. Have you tried talking to them about it?
Yeah, but they just make excuses. They say they're too busy or don't understand it.
Maybe you should talk to the teacher about it. It's affecting your grade.
I guess I have to. I just feel bad ratting them out.
It's not ratting them out. It's about being responsible and fair to yourself.
Debating the latest school lunch menu.
Ah, did you see the lunch menu for next week?
Yeah, what's with the mystery meat Mondays? Again?
I know, right? And the chef's salad is just lettuce and sad tomatoes.
Seriously, I wish they'd bring back Pizza Fridays. Those were the good old days.
Or even just some decent sandwiches. Anything but this weird tofu scramble.
Maybe we should start a petition. Better school lunches now.
I'm in. We could even suggest some actual healthy options.
Exactly. Fresh fruits, vegetables, actual food.
Discussing a teacher's strict grading policy.
Mrs. Davis is so strict with her grading. A single typo and you lose points.
I know. It's like she's looking for reasons to deduct points.
I spent hours on that essay, and she took off points for lack of originality.
Seriously? What does she expect? We're high school students, not professional writers.
Exactly. I'm starting to think she just doesn't like me.
Don't take it personally. She's like that with everyone.
Easier said than done. It's hard to stay motivated when you know you're going to get a bad grade no matter what.
Just try to focus on learning the material, even if the grade doesn't reflect it. Discussing the merits of a new school club.
Have you heard about the new coding club?
Yeah, I saw the posters. Are you thinking of joining?
I'm considering it. I've always been interested in coding, but I don't know where to start.
Me neither, but it could be a good opportunity to learn something new.
Exactly, plus it would look good on college applications.
True, and maybe we could even create our own app or something.
That would be amazing. Let's check it out together next week.
Sounds like a plan. I'm in.
Excitement for the upcoming science fair. Are you excited about the science fair next month?
Totally. I've already started brainstorming ideas. What about you?
I'm thinking of doing something with renewable energy, maybe solar panels.
Cool. I was thinking about exploring the effects of different fertilizers on plant growth.
That sounds really interesting. Are you going to use different types of plants too?
Yeah, planning on comparing tomatoes, peppers, and beans.
Wow, that's ambitious. I need to get moving on mine. I'm a bit behind.
Don't worry, you've got time. Just pick something you're passionate about.
Expressing disappointment with a grade.
I can't believe I got a C on that math test.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought you were really prepared.
I studied for hours. I just don't understand what I did wrong.
Maybe you should talk to the teacher and ask for some feedback.
Yeah, I guess I should. It's just so discouraging.
I know the feeling. But don't give up. You can always improve.
Thanks. I'll try to stay positive. Maybe I just need to change my study habits.
That's the spirit. We can study together next time if you want. Forgotten PE kit frustration.
Oh no, I forgot my PE kit again.
Seriously? That's the third time this month.
I know, I'm so bad at remembering. Now I'll have to do extra laps.
Maybe you should set a reminder on your phone or something.
I've tried that, but I always ignore it. I'm hopeless.
Well, you could always borrow a kit from the Lost and Found if you dare.
Ew, no way. Those things are probably covered in germs.
All right. Extra laps it is then. Good luck.
Overhearing exam answers.
Did you hear what happened during the history exam?
No, what's up?
Someone accidentally coughed out the answer to question 5.
Seriously? Did anyone actually hear it?
I think a few people did, including Sarah. She looked really surprised.
That's so awkward. What are you supposed to do in that situation?
I have no idea. Pretend you didn't hear it, maybe.
Yeah, probably the best thing to do. Unless you're feeling really honest and want to tell the teacher.
Sharing summer reading list dread.
Did you see the summer reading list? It's insane.
Tell me about it. 3 books? Who has time for that?
I was hoping to actually relax this summer, not spend it reading the signed books.
I know. I'm going to try to find the audiobooks and just listen to them while I'm at the beach.
That's actually a pretty good idea. Maybe I'll do the same.
We could even listen to them together. Misery loves company, right?
Definitely. And then we can complain about them together when school starts.
Perfect plan. Summer reading survival strategy activated.
The perils of group projects. I'm already dreading this history group project.
Me too. It's always a disaster. Someone never pulls their weight.
Exactly! And then everyone else has to scramble to pick up the slack.
I wish teachers would just let us work individually. It would be less stressful.
I know, right? At least we'd only be responsible for our own work.
Maybe we can try to be super organized this time and assign specific roles.
That's a good idea. And set deadlines for each part of the project.
Agreed. Let's try to make this one less painful than usual. Dealing with a difficult lab partner.
I'm really struggling with this chemistry lab. My lab partner isn't pulling their weight.
Oh no, that's the worst. What's going on?
They're just messing around and not taking it seriously. I'm doing all the work.
Have you tried talking to them about it?
Yeah, but they just brush it off. I'm worried we're going to get a bad grade.
Maybe you should talk to Mr. Chen about it. He might be able to help mediate.
That's a good idea. I don't want to cause drama, but I need to do well in this class.
Definitely. Your grade is important. Just explain the situation calmly and rationally.
Decoding teacher jargon.
What does Ms. Lee mean when she says, think outside the box?
She means we should come up with creative and original ideas.
Oh, okay. And what about synergy in group projects?
That's when everyone works together effectively, and their combined effort is greater than the sum of their individual efforts.
So, teamwork makes the dream work?
Exactly. And critical thinking means analyzing information and forming your own judgments.
Got it. Thanks for translating teacher speak for me.
Discussing a controversial book.
What did you think of the book we just finished, The Giver?
It was really thought-provoking, but also kind of disturbing.
I agree. I'm not sure I agree with the society's methods, even if they were trying to prevent pain.
Exactly. Is ignorance really bliss? That's the question it made me ask myself.
And the ending was so ambiguous. What do you think happened to Jonas and Gabe?
I think they made it to a place where they could live freely, but it's open to interpretation.
I hope so. It's a book that really stays with you, even after you've finished reading it.
discussing the impact of new technology. What do you think about the new interactive whiteboards in every classroom?
I think they're pretty cool. They definitely make lessons more engaging.
Yeah, but I'm worried we'll become too reliant on technology.
That's a valid point. It's important to still learn traditional skills.
Exactly. Like, what if the power goes out during a test?
Haha, true. We'd be completely lost, but overall, I think it's a positive change.
I agree, as long as we don't forget the basics.
Forgotten homework woes.
Oh no, I completely forgot to do the math homework.
Seriously, me too. I was so busy with a history project.
Mr. Johnson is going to be so mad he always checks it first thing.
Maybe we can quickly copy someone's before class starts?
I don't know, that's kind of risky. What if we get caught?
True. Maybe we should just explain to him that we forgot and ask for an extension.
Yeah, that's probably the best option. Honesty is the best policy, right?
Fingers crossed he's understanding.
Navigating the course catalog.
Hey, are you looking at the course catalog too? It's overwhelming.
Tell me about it. I have no idea what electives to pick next year.
I'm torn between creative writing and AP psychology. Both sound interesting.
AP Psych is supposed to be really challenging, but Mr. Harrison is a great teacher.
Good to know. I heard creative writing is a lot of work too, with constant deadlines.
Maybe we should talk to some students who've taken the classes before?
That's a great idea. Let's ask Sarah about AP Psych. She took it last year.
Perfect. And I'll see if I can find someone who took creative writing.
Preparing for a debate.
Are you ready for the debate tomorrow?
Kind of. I've done some research, but I'm still a little nervous.
Me too. Our opponents have a really strong team.
We need to make sure our arguments are well supported and logical.
Definitely. Let's practice our rebuttals one more time tonight.
Good idea. And we should also anticipate their counter-arguments.
Right. Let's meet at the library after school.
Perfect. Let's nail this debate.
Seeking extension on deadline. Hey, I'm kind of stressed about the history paper deadline.
Me too. It's a lot to research and write in such a short time.
I'm thinking about asking Mr. Davis for an extension.
Really? Do you think he'll give one?
Worth a shot, right? I have a legitimate reason. I was sick last week.
That's true. Maybe I should ask too. I've been struggling to focus.
We could go together after class. Strength in numbers.
Okay. Deal. Let's hope he's in a good mood.
Sharing excitement about a field trip. Are you excited about the field trip to the museum next week?
Totally. I've always wanted to see the Egyptian exhibit.
Me too, and I heard they have a new dinosaur display.
Oh, awesome. I hope we have enough time to see everything.
I think we will. Ms. Rodriguez said we'll have at least 3 hours there.
That's great. I'm bringing my camera to take lots of pictures.
Good idea. I'll bring mine too. It's going to be so much fun. Understanding lab report requirements. I'm so confused about the lab report. What exactly does Ms. Johnson want in the discussion section?
She wants us to analyze our results and explain any errors that might have occurred.
So just saying human error isn't enough?
Definitely not. We need to be specific about what kind of error and how it affected the data.
Okay, that makes sense. What about the conclusion?
That's where we summarize our findings and state whether our hypothesis was supported or not.
Got it. Thanks for explaining. I feel a lot better now.
Debating literary themes.
I think the main theme of The Great Gatsby is the corruption of the American dream.
I see your point, but I think it's more about the illusion of the past and the impossibility of recreating it.
But Gatsby's whole motivation is based on achieving wealth to win back Daisy, isn't it?
True, but he's trying to recapture a past that never really existed. He's idealizing it.
So you're saying the wealth is just a means to an end, not the end itself?
Exactly. The real tragedy is his inability to let go of the past and move forward.
Okay, I can see that perspective. It adds a whole new layer to the story.
Yeah, it's definitely open to interpretation. That's what makes it such a great book.
Debating the value of homework.
I'm so swamped with homework. I feel like I'm doing more work at home than I am in class.
I know, it can be overwhelming. But I think homework is important for reinforcing what we learn in class.
But does it really? I feel like I'm just memorizing things for the test and then forgetting them.
Well, if you actively engage with the material, it can help you understand it better and retain it longer.
Easier said than done when you're exhausted from a long day of school.
True. Maybe it's more about finding a balance and making sure the homework is actually meaningful.
Yeah, I wish teachers would focus more on quality over quantity.
Discussing college application essays.
I'm so stressed about my college application essay. I don't know what to write about.
I know, it's tough. But think about what makes you unique. What experiences have shaped you?
I don't think I've done anything particularly special.
It doesn't have to be something extraordinary. It can be something small that had a big impact on you.
Like what?
Maybe a challenge you overcame, a time you learned something important, or a passion you're pursuing.
Maybe I could write about my experience volunteering at the animal shelter.
That sounds great. It shows compassion and responsibility. Just make sure to focus on what you learned from it.
Discussing current events presentation.
Hey, did you see the news about the new environmental regulations? Yeah, I did. I'm thinking of doing my current events presentation on that. That's a good topic. It's definitely relevant and important. I'm just worried it might be too broad. Where should I even start? Maybe focus on a specific aspect, like the impact on local businesses or the benefits for a particular ecosystem. That's a good idea. I could look at the impact on the local fishing industry. Perfect. And you could interview someone involved in the industry for a primary source. Wow, thanks. That gives me a much clearer direction.
Interpreting historical significance. I'm still not sure why the Treaty of Versailles is considered so important. It just seems like a bunch of signatures.
It's more about the long-term effects, you know. The treaty's harsh terms are believed to have contributed to the rise of extremism in Germany.
So it's not just the document itself, but what came after.
Exactly. Think about the economic hardship it caused and the resentment it fostered. That's its historical significance.
Okay, I see. So it's about understanding the consequences and how it shaped future events?
Precisely. That's why it's still talked about today. It's a key piece in understanding the lead up to World War II.
Thanks, that makes a lot more sense now. I'll try to remember that when I'm studying for the test.
Navigating lab equipment.
I'm a little nervous about using the Bunsen burner. I've never used one before.
It's okay. Just follow the instructions carefully. The main thing is to make sure the gas valve is turned off when you're not using it.
And what about lighting it? Do I need a special lighter?
Yeah, there's a striker near the gas valve. Just hold it above the burner and strike it to create a spark.
Okay, and how do I adjust the flame?
There's a collar at the base of the burner. Rotating it controls the amount of air that mixes with the gas, changing the flame's color and intensity.
Got it. So, more air makes a hotter, bluer flame?
Exactly. Just be careful and wear your safety goggles.
Science fair project ideas.
I'm completely blanking on science fair ideas. Got any inspiration?
Well, what are you interested in? Biology, chemistry, physics?
I'm leaning towards biology, maybe something with plants?
You could test the effects of different types of light on plant growth. It's pretty straightforward.
That's not bad. Or maybe something about the effect of different soils?
Yeah, you could compare how different soils affect the germination rate of seeds.
I like the soil idea. Thanks, that's a good starting point.
No problem, just make sure you have a control group.
Seeking feedback on a creative writing piece.
Hey, I finished the first draft of my short story. Would you mind taking a look at it? Sure, I'd be happy to. What kind of feedback are you looking for? Mostly on the plot and character development. Does it make sense? Are the characters believable? Okay, I'll keep that in mind as I read it. Is there anything specific you're worried about? I'm not sure if the ending is strong enough. It feels a little rushed. All right, I'll pay close attention to that. I'll try to get it back to you by tomorrow. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Understanding a teacher's expectations. I'm not really sure what Mr. Henderson expects from us in this class.
He's pretty clear about it, I think. He wants us to participate actively and think critically.
But what does think critically even mean?
It means going beyond just memorizing facts and actually analyzing the information, questioning assumptions, looking at different perspectives.
So, not just regurgitating what's in the textbook.
Exactly. He wants us to form our own opinions and support them with evidence.
Okay, I think I get it. So, actively engaging in discussions and asking questions is important.
Definitely. And showing that you've put thought into your answers, even if you're not entirely sure you're right.
Understanding complex math concepts.
I'm completely lost on this calculus problem. I don't even know where to begin.
Which part are you struggling with? Maybe I can help.
It's the chain rule. I just don't understand how to apply it.
Okay, think of it like peeling an onion. You have to differentiate the outer layer first, then move inwards.
So I differentiate the outside function and then multiply by the derivative of the inside function?
Exactly. And then you keep going until you've differentiated all the layers.
Okay, that analogy actually helps. Let me try it on this problem.
Take your time and let me know if you get stuck again.
Dealing with distractions.
I can't concentrate at all in this class. It's so noisy.
Tell me about it. People are always talking and messing around.
I try to focus, but it's impossible when there's so much going on.
Have you tried using earplugs?
No, but that's a good idea. I'll try that tomorrow.
Sometimes, I just ask the teacher if I can move to a different seat.
I might try that too. It's really affecting my grades.
Yeah, it's not fair when other people's behavior impacts your learning.
Debating historical accuracy.
Did you read that article about the historical inaccuracies in that new movie about Cleopatra?
Yeah, I was so annoyed. They completely romanticized her relationship with Caesar.
Exactly. And they made her seem like a victim, when she was a shrewd political player.
It's frustrating because people will take it as fact just because it's a movie.
I know, right? It's irresponsible of the filmmakers to play so loose with history.
I think it's important to remember that movies are entertainment, not documentaries.
True, but they still have a responsibility to be somewhat accurate, especially when dealing with real historical figures.
Agreed. At least they should put a disclaimer at the beginning.
Discussing current events. Did you see the news about the election results in France?
Yeah, it was pretty close, right? I was following it on Twitter.
I'm worried about the potential impact on the European Union.
Me too. It seems like there's so much political instability everywhere right now.
It's hard to keep up with everything that's going on.
I know. I try to read the news every day, but it's overwhelming sometimes.
Maybe we should start a current events club at school?
That's a great idea. We could discuss the important issues and learn more together.
Discussing lab safety.
Okay, so remember Dr. Lee said we always need to wear goggles during the experiment? Yeah, even if it seems like nothing will splash. He's super strict about that. And we can't eat or drink anything in the lab, right? Even water? Nope, absolutely nothing. Contamination risk. Remember what happened to Sarah last year? Oh yeah, she got sick after accidentally touching her mouth after handling chemicals. Gross. Exactly. And if we spill anything, we need to tell him immediately, even if it's just water. Got it. Goggles, no food or drinks, and report all spills. Anything else? Just be careful and read the instructions thoroughly before starting. Safety first.
Interpreting poetry.
I'm totally lost on this poem. What do you think purple shadows even means?
Honestly, me too at first. But Mrs. Davis said to look for symbolism. Maybe purple represents royalty or sadness?
Royalty makes sense given the king mentioned later. But shadows may be hidden power?
Or hidden secrets. That could tie in with the overall theme of deception.
Yeah, that's a good point. What about the raven imagery?
Ravens are usually associated with death or bad luck, right? So maybe it foreshadows something negative.
Okay, I'm starting to see it now. Thanks for helping me brainstorm.
No problem. Poetry is always easier when you bounce ideas off someone.
Navigating school clubs.
Hey, are you going to the club fair after school today?
Yeah, I think so. I'm looking for something to join, but I'm not sure what.
Me too. I was thinking maybe the debate club, but I'm not sure if I'm good enough.
They're usually pretty welcoming, even if you're new. Maybe try the photography club.
I'm not that great at taking pictures. Is there a coding club?
Yeah, I think there is. I saw a poster for it in the hallway. They meet on Tuesdays.
Cool. Maybe we can check it out together. I've always wanted to learn how to code.
Sounds good. Let's meet up after last period by the gym.
Preparing for a presentation.
I'm so nervous about my presentation next week. I hate public speaking.
I know the feeling. But the more you practice, the easier it gets.
I've written my script, but I'm worried I'll forget everything.
Try making flashcards with key points. And don't just read from the script.
Good idea. What about visuals? Should I use a PowerPoint?
PowerPoints can be helpful, but don't overload them with text. Use images and charts to illustrate your points.
Okay, that makes sense. Any other tips?
Just remember to breathe and speak clearly. And try to connect with the audience.
Team sports tryouts. Are you trying out for the basketball team this year?
Yeah, I am. I've been practicing all summer. Are you?
I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I'm good enough. There's a lot of competition.
Just give it your best shot. The coaches are looking for effort and attitude, not just skill.
That's good to know. What are the tryouts like?
Lots of drills, scrimmages, and running. It's pretty intense.
Sounds tough. I better start training harder.
Good luck. I'll see you on the court.
The school play drama. Did you hear about what happened at the school play rehearsal yesterday?
No, what happened? Spill the tea.
Apparently, Sarah and Emily got into a huge fight over who should get the lead role.
Seriously? I thought they were friends.
Well, not anymore. It got so bad that Mr. Thompson had to stop rehearsal.
Wow, that's awkward. I hope they can resolve it before opening night.
Me too. Otherwise, the play is going to be a disaster.
Maybe they should just cast both of them and have them alternate performances.
Understanding complex equations. I'm completely stuck on this calculus problem. I don't even know where to start.
Which one? Let me see. Okay, this looks like a U substitution problem.
Oh, what now? I totally missed that in the lecture.
Basically, you try to find a part of the equation that, when you differentiate it, gives you another part of the equation.
Okay, so I need to find something that, when I take the derivative, disappears?
Not disappears, but becomes another part of the problem. It simplifies things.
So in this case, what would you choose as U?
I'd try the expression inside the square root. See if that works.
Arranging a study group meeting.
We should probably get together to study for the chemistry midterm. Are you free sometime this week?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm pretty swamped until Wednesday evening.
How about Thursday afternoon? Say around 3 p.m.?
Thursday works for me. Where should we meet?
We could meet at the library, or maybe someone's house.
The library is probably best. Less distractions. We can book a study room.
Great! I'll reserve a room for us. See you then.
Choosing a presentation topic.
I'm having trouble deciding on a topic for my presentation in biology. Any ideas?
Well, what are you most interested in? Ecology, genetics, anatomy.
I'm fascinated by genetics, especially the ethical implications of gene editing.
That's a great topic. You could focus on CRISPR technology and the debates surrounding its use.
That sounds interesting. Do you think there's enough research material available?
Definitely. It's a rapidly developing field, so there's plenty of current information. Plus, it's relevant and engaging.
Okay, I think I'll go with that. Thanks for the suggestion.
Dealing with group project conflicts. I'm a little frustrated with our group project. It feels like I'm doing most of the work.
I've noticed that too. Maybe we should have a group meeting to redistribute tasks?
That's a good idea. I don't want to cause conflict, but it's not fair to have one person carrying the whole load.
We can approach it constructively. Focus on the project goals and how we can all contribute effectively.
Should we talk to the professor if things don't improve after the meeting?
Yes, definitely. It's important to document our efforts to resolve the issue ourselves first.
Okay, I feel better knowing we have a plan. Thanks. Discussing career goals.
What are you thinking of doing after graduation? Any ideas?
I'm considering going to graduate school for environmental science. What about you?
I'm hoping to find a job in the tech industry. Maybe as a software developer.
That's cool. Have you started looking at internships?
Yeah, I've applied to a few. It's a bit competitive, though.
Have you considered going to the career fair? It might be a good opportunity to network.
That's a great idea. I'll check it out. Thanks. Discussing classroom climate.
I've noticed some people are hesitant to participate in class discussions. Do you feel that way too?
Yeah, a little. Sometimes I feel like my opinions might be judged.
I agree. It's important to create a more inclusive environment where everyone feels comfortable sharing.
Maybe we could suggest to the teacher that we have more small group discussions first, before sharing with the whole class.
That's a great idea. It could help people warm up to the topic and build confidence.
Or maybe anonymous question boxes, so people can ask things they are nervous to say aloud.
That's smart. We should definitely bring these ideas up.
Navigating the library system.
Hey, I'm trying to find some resources for our history paper, but I'm a bit lost in the library.
No problem. What are you looking for?
Something on the Roman Empire, preferably primary sources.
Okay, let's start with the online catalog. Do you know how to use the search function?
I've tried, but I keep getting too many results.
Try using Boolean operators like and or not to narrow it down. We can also ask the librarian. She's really helpful.
That's a good idea. I didn't even think about the librarian. Thanks.
Sure thing. Libraries can be overwhelming at first.
Seeking clarification on exam format.
Hey, do you know what the format of the upcoming history exam is going to be?
I think the professor mentioned it's going to be a mix of multiple choice and essay questions.
Oh, really? I only heard about the essays. Do you know how many essays we have to write?
I believe it's 2 essays, and they'll be based on the major themes we discussed in class.
Okay, good to know. I'll focus on reviewing those themes then. Thanks.
No problem. It's always good to double-check these things. Maybe we should ask the professor to confirm during the next class.
Seeking feedback on a draft.
Hey, I finished a rough draft of my research paper. Would you mind taking a look at it?
Sure, I'd be happy to. What are you most concerned about?
I'm worried that my thesis statement isn't strong enough.
Okay, I'll pay close attention to that. Anything else?
Just overall clarity and organization. Does it flow logically?
I'll give you honest feedback. When do you need it by?
If you could get it back to me by tomorrow evening, that would be amazing. Thanks a bunch.
Understanding different learning styles.
I'm struggling to keep up in this class. I feel like I'm not absorbing the information.
Have you thought about your learning style? Maybe you learn differently than the way the material is being presented.
Learning style? What do you mean?
Like, are you a visual learner, an auditory learner, or a kinesthetic learner? It can impact how you study.
I've never really thought about it. How would I figure that out?
There are online quizzes you can take. Or just think about what methods have worked for you in the past. Do you learn best by reading, listening to lectures, or doing hands-on activities?
That's a really helpful point. I think I learn best by doing. Maybe I should try more practice problems.
Exactly. Experiment and see what works best for you.
Understanding grading rubrics.
I don't quite understand how the grading rubric works for this essay. What does critical analysis really mean?
It usually means going beyond just summarizing the text. You need to offer your own informed opinion and support it with evidence.
So not just saying what the author said, but why it matters and how it connects to other things?
Exactly. And consider different perspectives. A good critical analysis acknowledges alternative viewpoints.
Okay, that makes more sense. The rubric also mentions clarity of argument. What does that entail?
That's about making sure your thesis is clear and that each paragraph logically supports it.
So, a clear connection between each point and the overall argument?
Precisely. Think of it as building a strong case. Discussing a teacher's strict grading policy.
Mr. Thompson's grading policy is so strict. One little mistake and you lose so many points.
I know, right? It's like he's looking for reasons to deduct points.
It makes it so hard to get a good grade in his class.
I heard he curves the grades at the end of the semester, though.
Really? That's good to know. Maybe there's still hope.
Yeah, but we still have to try our best to get as many points as possible.
True. More points now means less pressure later.
Discussing the impact of new technology.
What do you think about the school giving everyone tablets?
I'm not sure yet. It could be really helpful, but also distracting.
Yeah, I'm worried about people just playing games in class.
True. But it could also make research easier and more accessible.
I guess it depends on how the teachers use them. If they integrate them well, it could be great.
Exactly. It's all about responsible use and good lesson planning.
Hopefully, they'll have some training for both students and teachers.
Forgotten homework woes.
Oh no, I completely forgot to do the math homework.
Seriously? Me too. I was so busy with the history project.
What are we going to do? Ms. Davis is so strict about late assignments.
Maybe we can quickly copy someone's during homeroom?
That's risky, but I don't see any other option. Who can we ask?
Let's try asking Emily. She's always prepared.
Good call, let's go find her.
Forgotten PE kit frustration.
I forgot my PE kit again.
Seriously? Mr. Evans is going to be so mad.
I know. What am I going to do? He'll make me run laps.
Maybe you can borrow something from the lost and found?
That's a good idea. I'll go check. Wish me luck.
Good luck. I hope you find something that fits.
Thanks. I owe you one. Interpreting a teacher's feedback. Hey, did you get your essay back from Mr. Harrison?
Yeah, I did. I'm not sure what he meant by lacks critical analysis, though.
He probably wants you to dig deeper into the subject matter. Don't just state facts. Analyze them.
So, explain why those facts are important.
Exactly. Show him you understand the underlying issues and can form your own opinion based on evidence.
Okay, that makes more sense. I guess I just summarized the information. Thanks.
No problem. Good luck revising it.
Navigating the course catalog.
I'm so confused by the course catalog. Which elective should I take next semester?
I know. It's overwhelming. What are you interested in?
Well, I like art, but I'm also curious about computer science.
They have a beginner's coding class. It's supposed to be pretty fun.
Really? Do you know anyone who's taken it?
Yeah, Sarah took it last year and loved it. She said it's a good introduction to programming.
Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks for the tip.
Preparing for a debate.
Are you ready for the debate tomorrow?
Kind of. I've done some research, but I'm still nervous.
Me too. What's your strongest argument?
I think the economic impact of the policy is pretty compelling. What about you?
I'm focusing on the ethical implications. I think we can make a strong case.
We should practice our rebuttals. What do you think the other team will argue?
They'll probably focus on the short-term benefits. We need to be ready to counter that.
Agreed. Let's meet up after school and go over our strategies.
Seeking extension on deadline. Hey, I'm thinking of asking Ms. Johnson for an extension on the history project. Are you?
Really? Why? Is it too much work?
Yeah, and I've been sick all week. I'm way behind.
That's fair. Maybe if we both ask, she'll be more likely to give us one.
Good idea. We could say we're both struggling with the research aspect.
Okay, let's talk to her after class tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan. Sharing summer reading list dread. Did you see the summer reading list? It's huge.
I know. I can't believe we have to read 3 whole books.
And they're all so long and boring looking.
I'm thinking of just reading summaries online. Do you think that'll work?
Maybe. But Ms. Evans always gives quizzes on specific details.
Ah, you're right. I guess I'll have to actually read them.
We could read them together and discuss them. Maybe it'll be less painful that way.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
The perils of group projects.
This group project is a disaster. Mark isn't doing any of the work.
Tell me about it. Sarah's just scrolling through TikTok the whole time.
I feel like I'm doing everything myself.
We should talk to Mr. Smith about it.
Do you think he'll actually do anything?
He has to, right? It's not fair to us.
Okay, let's talk to him after class tomorrow. We need to document everything Mark and Sarah haven't done.
Agreed. This is ridiculous.
Hallway traffic jams.
Ugh, this hallway is a nightmare.
Tell me about it. It's like rush hour, but with backpacks.
And everyone just stops in the middle to chat.
Or they're walking 5 abreast, blocking the entire path.
I swear, I'm going to be late for class because of this.
Me too. Maybe we should take the long way around next time.
Definitely. Anything to avoid this chaos.
Locker room woes. I can't get my locker open. It's jammed again.
Try jiggling the handle while you turn the combination.
I've tried everything. I think someone messed with it.
That's the worst. Did you report it to the office?
Not yet. I was hoping I could fix it myself. I'm already late for gym.
Here, let me try. What's your combination?
It's December 25th, 36. Be careful, it's really sensitive.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Maybe a little force will help.
Lost and found mishaps.
Have you seen my math textbook anywhere? I can't find it.
Did you check the lost and found? It's by the main office.
I did, but all they had were a bunch of jackets and a single shoe.
A single shoe? That's specific. Maybe someone will claim it.
Hopefully they find the other one, but more importantly, I need my textbook.
Maybe someone picked it up by mistake? Ask Mr. Henderson, in case someone turned it in to him directly.
Good idea, I'll try that, thanks.
Navigating the school cafeteria.
Ugh, the cafeteria line is so long today.
Tell me about it. What are they even serving?
Looks like mystery meatloaf. And questionable green beans.
Oh, fantastic. I think I'll just grab a salad. Is the salad bar any good?
It's all right. The lettuce is usually fresh, but the dressing is always watered down.
Good to know. Maybe I'll just bring my lunch tomorrow.
Smart move. Want to grab a table while I brave the meatloaf line?
Sounds like a plan. I'll save you a spot.
Overheard gossip.
Did you hear about what happened at Jessica's party?
No, spill the tea.
Apparently, Mark and Sarah were making out in the kitchen.
No way, but I thought Sarah was still with David.
That's what everyone thought. Drama, right?
Major drama. I can't wait to see how this plays out at school tomorrow.
Me neither. It's going to be a long day of awkward glances and whispered conversations. School dance dilemmas.
Are you going to the school dance next week?
I'm not sure yet. Are you?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to find someone to go with.
Same here. It's kind of awkward going alone, isn't it?
Totally. It's like, do I stand awkwardly in the corner all night?
Exactly. Maybe we should just go together as friends?
That's a great idea. No pressure, just dancing and hanging out. Teacher's pet accusations. Seriously, how did Sarah get an A on that presentation? It was awful.
I know, right? I think Mrs. Davis has a soft spot for her. Total teacher's pet.
It's so unfair. I put way more effort into mine and I got a B+.
Maybe Sarah just knows how to play the game. Always volunteering, always agreeing with Mrs. Davis.
Yeah, it's annoying, but maybe we should just focus on doing our best work regardless.
Easier said than done when you feel like you're not being graded fairly.
True, but complaining won't change anything. Let's just try harder next time.
The annoying class clown.
Can Kevin just be quiet for 5 minutes?
I know, right? He's so disruptive.
Mr. Thompson is trying to explain the quadratic equation, and all he's doing is making fart noises.
He thinks he's so funny, but it's just annoying.
I can't even concentrate on the lesson.
Maybe we should ask Mr. Thompson to move him.
Worth a shot. I'm pretty sure everyone else is thinking the same thing. The dreaded pop quiz.
A pop quiz? Are you kidding me? I know. I completely forgot we had this chapter to read. Me too! I was so focused on the history project. Well, there goes my perfect attendance record. And my grade in this class. Don't be so dramatic. Maybe it won't be that bad. Easy for you to say. You actually read the chapter. Okay, I'll help you out if I can. Just don't copy me directly.
The substitute teacher experience.
Did you hear we have a substitute in history today? Really? Mr. Evans is out sick? Apparently. Get ready for some chaos. Oh, I know, it's always a free-for-all when there's a sub. Hopefully, they at least know something about history. Doubtful. Last time we had a sub, they thought the Civil War was fought over cookies. You're kidding. This should be interesting. Or painful.
Comparing teachers' teaching styles.
I really like Ms. Johnson's teaching style. She makes history so interesting.
I agree. She's way better than Mr. Davis. He just lectures and expects us to memorize everything.
Yeah, I'm struggling in his class. He doesn't explain things clearly.
Have you tried going to his office hours?
Not yet. I'm a little intimidated.
Don't be. He's actually pretty helpful if you ask specific questions.
Okay, I'll try that. Thanks.
Debating the school's dress code.
Did you see the updated dress code? No more hats inside, apparently.
Seriously? That's ridiculous. I wear a hat because I don't have time to do my hair in the morning.
I know, right? It feels like they're just trying to control us.
What's the official reason anyway?
Something about maintaining a respectful learning environment.
Hats are disrespectful? Come on, it's just a hat.
Exactly. Maybe we should start a petition.
I'm in. This is worth fighting for.
Discussing a controversial current event. Did you see the news about the new policy on immigration?
Yeah, it's pretty intense. What do you think about it?
I'm not sure. I see both sides, but I'm leaning towards thinking it's unfair.
I agree. It seems like it's targeting a specific group of people.
It's definitely causing a lot of division. I wonder how it will affect our community.
That's what I'm worried about. I hope people can be respectful of each other's opinions, even if they disagree.
Me too. Maybe we can discuss it more in class tomorrow.
Discussing a difficult concept in math. I'm so lost in calculus, I don't understand derivatives at all.
Derivatives are tricky. Have you tried watching Khan Academy videos?
Yeah, but they're still confusing. It's like another language.
Maybe we can work through some problems together after school?
That would be amazing. I'm free tomorrow afternoon.
Perfect. We can meet at the library.
Great. Thanks so much for your help.
Discussing the importance of mental health. I've been feeling really stressed lately with all the schoolwork.
Me too. It's important to take care of our mental health.
Yeah, but it's hard to find the time. What do you do to distress?
I try to exercise, listen to music, or just hang out with friends.
Those sound like good ideas. Maybe I'll try going for a walk after school.
That could help. Also, remember that the school counselor is there if you need someone to talk to.
That's true. I might consider that. Thanks for reminding me. Discussing the merits of a new school policy.
What do you think about the new no phone policy during class?
Honestly, I think it's a good idea. I'm always distracted by my phone.
I can see that, but what if there's an emergency?
The teacher said we can keep them in our bags and let them know if we're expecting an important call.
Okay, that's fair. I guess it will help us focus more.
Exactly. And maybe we'll actually learn something.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll try to be more mindful.
Expressing frustration with group dynamics.
I'm so frustrated with our group project. Sarah isn't doing any of the work.
Tell me about it. I've been picking up her slack all week.
We need to talk to her about it. It's not fair to the rest of us.
I agree. Maybe we can schedule a meeting and address it directly.
That's a good idea. We should also document everything she's not doing.
Smart. That way we have proof if we need to talk to the teacher.
Exactly. Let's set up the meeting for tomorrow. Navigating the school's new technology. Are you having trouble with the new online portal?
You have no idea. I can't even log in.
Me neither. I tried resetting my password, but it's not working.
I think we need to go to the tech support desk.
Good idea. Where is that anyway?
It's in the library, near the computers.
Okay. Let's go after class. This is so frustrating.
Sharing concerns about a bullying incident.
Did you see what happened to Mark in the hallway today?
No, what happened?
Some older kids were making fun of him and pushing him around.
That's terrible. Did anyone do anything?
I don't think so. I was too scared to intervene.
We should report it to the principal or a teacher.
You're right, it's not okay to let that happen.
Let's go to the office together after class.
Sharing excitement about a school event.
Are you going to the school carnival this weekend? Definitely. I heard they're having a dunk tank this year. No way! I'm going to try and dunk Mr. Henderson. Haha, good luck. I'm more excited about the food trucks. Oh yeah, I forgot about those. What kind of food are they having? I heard there's going to be tacos, pizza, and even ice cream. Sounds amazing. We should meet up there.
Asking for clarification on a class rule.
Hey, I'm a little confused about Mr. Thompson's rule about late assignments.
Which part are you unsure about?
He said something about a penalty, but I didn't quite catch the details.
Yeah, he said it's 10% off for each day it's late.
Oh, okay. So if it's 3 days late, it's 30% off? That's pretty harsh.
Yeah, it is. He's pretty strict about deadlines.
Thanks for clarifying. I need to make sure I turn everything in on time.
Discussing teacher absences.
Did you hear why Mrs. Davis is out today?
No, I just saw the note on the door. Something about a family emergency?
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I hope everything's all right.
Me too. I wonder who's covering her classes.
Mr. Johnson usually does, right? He's pretty good at stepping in.
True. At least we won't have a totally chaotic day.
Hopefully. I'm just worried about missing out on the material.
We can always ask her for help when she gets back. Discussing the pros and cons of study hall.
What do you think about the new mandatory study hall? I'm not sure yet. I can see some benefits, but also some drawbacks. Yeah, like what? I'm struggling to see the good side. Well, it forces us to dedicate time to studying, which is good for some people. Plus, there are teachers there to help. True, but it also takes away from our free time. I used to use that time to relax or work on personal projects. I get that. It's definitely a trade-off. Maybe we'll get used to it. Hopefully. I just wish it wasn't mandatory for everyone.
Discussing upcoming school elections.
Are you planning on voting in the school elections this year?
Yeah, I think so. Have you decided who you're voting for?
Not really. I don't know much about any of the candidates.
They're having a debate next week in the auditorium. You should go.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll try to make it. Do you know what positions are up for election?
President, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. The usual.
Okay, thanks. I'll do some research before the debate.
Expressing disappointment with a grade.
Ugh, I just got my science test back, and I'm so disappointed.
Oh no, what did you get?
A C+. I studied so hard, I thought I did much better.
That's rough. Did you ask Mr. Smith about it?
Not yet. I'm thinking about going to his office hours to see if he can explain where I went wrong.
That's a good idea. Maybe he can give you some extra credit opportunities too.
I hope so. Thanks for listening. I just needed to vent.
Of course, we've all been there. Don't beat yourself up about it.
Reporting a broken desk.
Hey, have you seen the desk in the back corner? The leg is completely broken.
No, I haven't. Which one?
It's by the window, the one Sarah usually sits at. It's pretty wobbly.
Oh man, that's not good. Someone could get hurt.
Exactly. Should we tell Mr. Henderson about it?
Definitely. The sooner, the better. Maybe he can get it fixed or replaced.
Okay, I'll let him know after class. Thanks for agreeing.
Requesting a seat change.
Hey, I was wondering if you think it would be okay if I asked Mrs. Lee to move seats.
Why? What's wrong with where you're sitting now?
I'm having a really hard time focusing next to Mark. He's constantly talking.
Oh, I can see that. He can be pretty distracting.
Yeah, and it's affecting my grades. Do you think Mrs. Lee would understand?
She's usually pretty understanding. Just explain it to her calmly.
Okay, I'll try that. Thanks for the encouragement. Sharing a funny classroom moment. You won't believe what happened in history class today.
Oh yeah? What happened?
Mr. Evans was writing on the board, and his chalk completely snapped in half and flew across the room.
No way. Did anyone get hit?
Almost. It landed right next to Sarah's head. Everyone burst out laughing.
That's hilarious. I wish I had seen that.
It was definitely a memorable moment. Mr. Evans was a good sport about it, though.
Sharing excitement for field day.
Are you excited for field day next week? Totally. It's always so much fun to get out of class and just relax. I know, right? I'm really looking forward to the three-legged race this year. Oh man, I'm terrible at that. I always end up tripping. Haha, we'll practice beforehand. What events are you looking forward to? Definitely the water balloon toss. And the tug of war is always intense. Yeah, it is. Hopefully the weather will be nice.
The case of the missing calculator.
Ah, I can't find my calculator anywhere.
Did you check your bag thoroughly?
Yep, emptied it completely. I had it in math class yesterday, I'm sure of it.
Maybe you left it in the classroom? Someone might have turned it in.
That's a good idea. I'll go check after this class. I really need it for the quiz tomorrow.
I hope you find it. If not, you can borrow mine for a little bit to study tonight.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'll let you know. Debating the merits of a later school start time.
I heard they're considering pushing back the school start time to 8:30 a.m.
Really? That would be amazing. I'm always so tired in the mornings.
I know, right? But some people are worried about it affecting after-school activities.
True, but studies show that later start times improve student performance and well-being.
Yeah, more sleep would definitely help me focus in class.
Plus, it would give us more time to eat breakfast properly.
I'm all for it. Let's hope they actually go through with it.
Discussing school spirit and pep rallies.
Are you going to the pep rally on Friday?
Probably not. I'm not really into school spirit stuff.
Come on. It's fun to cheer on the team.
I guess, but it always feels so forced to me.
True, but it's a good way to connect with other students.
Maybe I'll go for a little while, just to see what it's like.
Awesome! We can sit together. Discussing the impact of standardized testing.
I'm so stressed about the standardized test coming up.
Me too. It feels like our entire future depends on these exams.
I don't think it's fair that they're so heavily weighted.
I agree. They don't really measure our true abilities or potential.
And all the pressure just makes it harder to perform well.
Maybe we should start a petition to reduce their importance.
That's a good idea. Let's get some other students on board.
Discussing the school's new tutoring program. Have you heard about the new peer tutoring program?
Yeah, I saw a flyer about it. Is it any good?
I think so. My friend used it for math and said it helped a lot.
Really? I'm struggling in chemistry. Maybe I should check it out.
Definitely. It's free, and you can get one-on-one help from older students.
Where do I sign up?
The guidance counselor's office has the forms. Good luck.
Evaluating the effectiveness of a new teaching method.
What do you think of Mr. Harrison's new teaching style? All those group projects. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan. I feel like I learn better with traditional lectures. Me too. It's hard to stay focused when everyone's talking at once. Plus, some people in my group aren't pulling their weight. Yeah, that's always a problem with group work. It's not fair to the rest of us. Maybe we should give him some feedback anonymously. That's a good idea. He might not realize how we're feeling.
Expressing frustration with vague assignment instructions.
I am so confused about this essay assignment. The instructions are so vague.
Tell me about it. I have no idea what Mrs. Johnson wants us to write about.
Did you try asking her for clarification?
Yeah, but she just said to explore the themes of the book. Super helpful.
Ugh, classic. Maybe we can work on it together and try to figure it out.
That's a great idea. Misery loves company, right?
Exactly. Let's meet after school tomorrow.
Lost textbook woes.
Oh man, I can't find my history textbook anywhere.
That's rough. Did you check your locker and backpack thoroughly?
Yeah, I've emptied everything. I think I might have left it in the library yesterday.
Go check there first thing. Someone might have turned it in.
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm stuck without it for the test next week.
You could ask Mrs. Davis if there's a spare you can borrow temporarily.
Good idea. I'll try that too. Thanks for the suggestions.
No problem. Good luck finding it. Navigating the school's online portal.
This school portal is driving me crazy. I can't find my grades.
Oh, it's a bit tricky. Go to Academics, and then click on Gradebook.
I tried that, but it just shows a blank page.
Maybe you need to enable pop-ups in your browser settings.
Oh, you're right, that worked. Thanks so much.
No problem. It took me forever to figure that out too.
Now, if only I could figure out how to submit my homework.
Sharing concerns about overcrowded classrooms.
This class is so packed. I can barely move. I know, right? It's hard to concentrate when it's this crowded. And the teacher can't give us individual attention. I heard some parents are complaining to the school board about it. They should. It's affecting our learning environment. Maybe we should sign a petition or something. That's a good idea. Let's talk to some other students about it.
Understanding the school's honor code.
Hey, I'm a bit confused about the honor code. Can you explain it simply?
Sure. Basically, it means being honest and responsible in your academic work. No cheating, plagiarism, or anything like that.
So even accidentally copying someone else's work is a violation?
Technically, yes. That's why it's important to cite your sources carefully and be original.
What happens if you violate the honor code?
It depends on the severity. Could be a failing grade, suspension, or even expulsion in serious cases.
Wow, that's intense. Thanks for clarifying.
No problem, it's better to be safe than sorry. Always ask if you're unsure about something.
Discussing a recent school assembly.
What did you think of the assembly this morning?
It was long and kind of boring, to be honest.
I agree. The speaker's message was good, but the delivery was terrible.
Yeah, he just kept droning on and on. I almost fell asleep.
Me too. I think they need to find speakers who are actually engaging.
Definitely. Maybe they should ask students for suggestions.
That's a great idea. We know what would be interesting for us.
Next time they ask for feedback, we should suggest some more relevant topics.
Discussing the difficulty of a particular subject.
I'm already dreading history this year.
Really? Why? I thought you liked history.
I do, but Mr. Henderson's class is notoriously tough. He expects so much detail.
Oh, I've heard that too. Maybe we can study together?
That would be great. I'm definitely going to need the help.
Yeah, we can quiz each other on dates and events. It might make it a little less painful.
Deal. Thanks. I feel a little better already.
Discussing the merits of a new school club.
Have you heard about the new coding club?
Yeah, I saw a flyer for it. Are you thinking of joining?
I am. I've always been interested in coding, but I don't know where to start.
That sounds cool. I'm more into photography. Is there a photography club?
I don't think so, but maybe you could start one.
That's a thought. Maybe I will. What do you think the coding club will actually do?
I'm hoping they'll teach us the basics, and maybe even work on some projects together.
Sounds like a great opportunity. I might check it out with you sometime.
Discussing the school's new mascot. What do you think of the new school mascot?
The fighting squirrel, it's interesting.
Interesting is one word for it. I think it's kind of ridiculous.
I agree. I mean, squirrels are cute, but not exactly intimidating.
Exactly. Why couldn't we have something cool like a dragon or a wolf?
I heard they wanted something unique and environmentally friendly.
Well, they definitely got unique. I'm just not sure it's a good unique.
Maybe it'll grow on us. Or maybe we'll just get used to being the laughingstock of the league.
Expressing disappointment in the school lunch.
Ugh, what is this stuff they're serving for lunch today?
I think it's supposed to be lasagna, but it looks more like a science experiment.
It smells weird, too. I'm not even going to try it.
Me neither. I packed a sandwich just in case. Want half?
You're a lifesaver. Thanks. I wish they'd improve the school lunches.
I know, right? It's always the same greasy pizza or mystery meat.
Maybe we should start a petition to get them to offer healthier options.
I'm in. Anything is better than this.
Expressing excitement about a new teacher.
Did you hear we have a new science teacher this year?
Yeah, Mr. Davies, right? I heard he's really enthusiastic.
That's what I heard too. Apparently he does a lot of hands-on experiments.
Seriously? That's way better than just reading from a textbook all the time.
Exactly. I'm actually looking forward to science class for once.
Me too. Maybe he'll make it interesting enough for me to actually understand it.
Fingers crossed. Let's hope he lives up to the hype.
Making plans for the school play auditions.
Are you going to try out for the school play this year? I'm thinking about it. I've always wanted to be on stage. Me too. I'm a little nervous though. What part are you hoping for? Honestly, anything. Maybe a smaller role to start. What about you? I'm aiming for a lead, but I know the competition will be tough. We should practice together. That's a great idea. We could run lines and give each other feedback. Perfect. Let's meet after school tomorrow in the library. Sounds like a plan. Good luck with your audition prep.
Planning for Spirit Week. Are you excited for Spirit Week next week?
Yeah, what are you planning to wear for each day?
I'm thinking about going all out for Pajama Day. What about you?
I'm definitely doing Pajama Day too. And I have a crazy hat for Wacky Hat Day.
Nice. I'm still trying to figure out what to do for School Colors Day.
Just wear all the blue and gold you can find.
True. We should coordinate our outfits for Twin Day.
That's a great idea. Let's plan it out tomorrow.
Sharing concerns about class size.
Have you seen how packed our English class is?
Yeah, it's insane. There aren't even enough desks for everyone.
I know. It's going to be so hard to concentrate with that many people in one room.
And how is the teacher supposed to give us individual attention?
Exactly. I'm worried it's going to affect our grades.
Maybe we should talk to the principal about it.
That's a good idea. We could get some other students to sign a petition.
Yeah, the more voices, the better. Let's start organizing it tomorrow.
Sharing summer vacation experiences.
Hey, long time no see. How was your summer?
It was amazing. I went camping in Yosemite. What about you?
Wow. That sounds incredible. I just stayed home and worked mostly, but I did manage a few beach trips.
Nice. The beach is always a good option. Did you learn anything new this summer?
I actually started learning to code online. It's pretty challenging, but also really interesting.
That's cool. I tried to learn how to play the guitar, but I didn't get very far.
Well, there's always next summer. So, ready for this year's classes?
As ready as I'll ever be, I guess. Hoping for some interesting subjects.